Hi, welcome this lovely Sunday to Dice of the Beholder. It is not episode of anything. Yes, welcome to my birthday one shot, which is going to be run and DM'd by my wonderful long suffering partner. Yes. Before we get into it, I just want to do the sponsors because this is my bit for the evening. First of all of our Dungeons & Dragons content here at Dice of the Beholder is sponsored by Loki Battle Mats, who are an award-winning UK-based TTRPG accessory creator. There are many books of battle mats, little, big, giant sizes, and their modular book sets are full of amazing artwork that add an awesome backdrop to any tabletop game. And, as we discovered earlier, have been very helpful to Amelia. If you are interested in finding out more, please obviously search Loki Battle Mats, Loke Battle Mats on Facebook, or visit lokibattlemats.com. Link is in chat to view their amazing artwork and shop their physical and digital maps. Our second sponsor, as ever, is the amazing Blink Dog Dice. We love them. They are a small dice maker based in Cardiff, and you can see awesome examples of their work over on their Etsy store. Again, link in chat, or in all of our hands and dice trays. Search for Blink Dog Dice, all one word, on most social media platforms. And if you are looking for their Etsy stores too, go over and show them some love. Actually, before I do go over to Amelia, we are part of the awesome community that our friend Heavyweight has built. I don't know if any of you have seen, but if you haven't, please go over. And if you've got a spare 24 hours or 12, if you can bear watching things at 2 times speed like I can, go over and check out their awesome 24-hour charity stream that started yesterday and ended today. Stream ended up raising £1,100 by the end of it in donations to the Jest Giving and in bits donated straight to the channel. The link will be shared in chat throughout the evening. The link is going to be shared in most of our streams throughout the rest of the week. If you can and haven't already, please keep donating. The donation is open until the 31st. And we'd really like to, well, AD especially, but we'd all really like to see how much we can raise just before the end of the charity. I've got it on me, that's fine. But yes. Heavy. But yes, without further ado, over to you, Mel. You are on screen now. We're all on screen now. Yeah, you need to start all that again.
Can they hear me now?
Yeah, they can hear you.
Can you hear me now?
See, guys, he wants to control it so much that he can't even let us
Won't
be
even
heard
let us
anymore.
talk. Oh.
Okay.
Silence.
I'm sorry.
The point of this one shot is to give Pry the opportunity to play for a change instead of being the dungeon master. And then I made a joke about interviews, but I don't want to bother repeating it, so we'll just move on. So, there's only 3 of us tonight. Unfortunately, Charlie wasn't able to join us. So, the monsters might be a bit hard.
I can run Charlie's character. I think she's made like a monk, and I've actually just made a monk.
She's not in the party. Campaign.
Isn't she? Ooh, it's unfortunate. I can't run Charlie's character then.
Don't worry, it'll be fine.
She absolutely is in the campaign.
Not on... What?
Yeah, Pinky Quickfoot. She's in the campaign.
if you want to run out, you can, but don't feel you have to. You'll probably be fine.
We'll see how it's going, and then like if we're about to die, maybe a rabbit folk monk will appear out of nowhere.
No, just a random scroll of heal will be found. It'll be fine. So, you're an adventuring party that normally adventures together, but you're actually on holiday. You've decided to take a small camping break, just for a couple of weeks. 2 days' ride from the nearest named village. On the way, you've managed to find a little village. It doesn't actually have a name on any map, but it's known as Honeywell locally. Despite its anonymity, hunters, travellers, adventurers come from all around to rest and try some of the delicious honey beer. Very nice. A sweet, soft ale that calms the nerves and tastes sweet, like honey. I can't believe they actually wrote that into this. The people are friendly and upbeat, going about their day-to-day lives, making a living out of the wilderness. The people of the village are not fighters or adventurers, so any issues they have to rely on visitors to investigate. And fix in exchange for some free honey beer to take on your travels. While you were in the local inn, after a hard morning travelling through the woodland forest, you decided to meet as a group and go for a few drinks. As we start our adventure, you will grab a table in the only tap house available in the village. The owner is an elderly human woodsman who's more than happy to serve and try to separate you from your coinage in exchange for some famous honey beer. After some merrymaking, an old-looking elf noble enters the tap house, greeting Thomas as he enters. "Ah, Thomas, my young man, how goes business today?" Thomas replies, "Very well, Elder Harris. Just speaking to these fine people from afar to tell them about our amazing honey beer. They've been looking for an adventure, they say. A group of adventurers, you say? How convenient. You fine people wouldn't be able to do us fine village folk a favour, would you? It seems the spirits of our loved ones in the graveyard are restless as late. Many of the locals are feeling uneasy at night, and some even through the day. I believe it's something to do with the Spire of Rest Mountain on the far north of here. About a day's walk through the woods. If you need camping supplies, speak to some of the locals. They know how to take care of themselves around here."
I have a question based on the introduction.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any like local beers that we can try around here?
Honey beer.
Oh, tell me, what does that taste like?
It tastes sweet, like honey.
Okay, cool. We'll give that a go.
But first, I think you should probably introduce yourselves, if that's okay.
Like birthday boys first.
Yeah,
Age before beauty and all that.
absolutely. I'm beauty.
So
He's
you next,
age.
I also,
The age.
I also should almost definitely. I've done it. You guys. I should probably open my my character in D&D5e.
Oh! It seems like the worm is on the other foot.
Why is there a worm on your foot? Get it off! Get it off!
Sorry. Okay. This is not as emo and edgelord as it sounds.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, it is.
I am found in the shadowiest corner with my hood up, a heavy cloak covering most of my features, as in the surrounding area my race is not normally trusted.
You had to ask Aragorn to move
Mm-hmm.
so that he could sit down.
My name, however, is Tuath Resh. I am a Githyanki fighter, travelling these lands in order to find out more about the plane that I've become trapped on. And I am
Gets on a plane.
nice enough for a Gith. Quite standoffish most of the time, but have fallen in with an unlikely troop.
Very unlikely. They're all weird species.
Mm-hmm. Who wants to go
Okay.
next?
Greg next.
I'll go next. So my name is Larry. I'm a kobold.
Hi, Larry.
I'm Larry, the kobold guy. I am a Circle of Spores druid. Larry was just a regular kobold for most of his life, up until about 7 days ago, when he was just eating some cave mushrooms he found, and they started to talk to him. His name was actually Splat, but then when the mushrooms started talking to him, they were like, "From now on, you shall be Larry, and you shall tell Up the mushrooms, glory! So he had to go forth from his cave, and he found that the surface world wasn't very safe. So he joined up with a party of misfits to sort of get some protection. He hasn't got on to like evangelizing the mushrooms all that much, but he does still eat a lot of them, and he is also covered in them.
Greg, I have a question.
Millicent.
What is it with you and characters that have this obsession with mushrooms, and do we need to talk about it?
I've never had a character who had an obsession with mushrooms before in my life.
Sepsis definitely liked hunting for mushrooms, but alright.
That was just poison components, any poison component.
It was only 8 for 6 months.
A likely story.
And a lot of mushrooms.
What's your character?
My character is named Bada Bing.
Bada bing, bada boom.
They are a Shadakai sorcerer of wild magic. Basically, they are quite gloomy, and despite being raised by quite a liberal sorcerer family, once it felt like they needed to rebel and needed to find their true selves. So they've gone out on this journey, loot in hand, and wandered into the first shady pub that they could find, and came across these two fine fellows.
Hang on, loot as an instrument, or loot as in you robbed from your family before you left, and then just loot in hand?
Loot is in an instrument.
It's a stolen loot.
It's a loot that they like to play several metal liquor song covers on. And
Metal liquor.
Yeah.
I like it.
And Down with the System.
Both know
Very nice.
Nathan.
And My Alchemical Romance.
Very good.
Your character gets inspiration. Because that's great.
Yeah,
My
I came across
Alchemical.
these two and they'll do. They're goth. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
They are both a little bit goth. One's covered in mushrooms and is just a bit strange, and the other one is definitely a bit edgelord, but that's just
Sounds
Brian.
like every friendship group I've ever had as a teenager.
Charlie did make a character as well, and it was a bunny folk character and sounded super cute. So hopefully it'll show up in a one-shot in the future so we can use it, because it sounded adorable. And I like bunny folk. I think they just sound really cute. I want one.
Very small and adorable.
Yeah. So obviously you've been introduced to the Elder Harris, who has requested that you do this. So what are you going to do?
Did they say that they needed someone in a graveyard?
To go and investigate the Spire of Rest, which is the local graveyard. It's about a day's walk outside the village, though, because you really don't want your dead in the village.
Yeah.
I think probably as soon as they say graveyard, my eyes just turn to Bry's character.
So Bada is secretly thrilled that they're going to a graveyard. Not disguising it very well on their face.
I'm just kind of... What do you want? Why are you looking at me?
Have you been messing around in the graveyard? Because apparently something's going weird there.
Surely this is something we should look into. Yes? No?
I'm just
It hits
concerned about whether you two are going to be able to control yourselves if I take you to a graveyard.
I will be fine. Thank you.
Us too.
I'm concerned that one of you is going to brood the entire time, and the other one of you may hire a local painter to do some sort of album cover, where you're moping around gravestones.
I have that photo.
Don't know what you mean.
You started grinning as soon as he said graveyard.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
I'm going to,
I'm going to start plucking chords on the lute.
in exasperation, just kind of sigh
That's on.
pull my hood down over my face a bit
making
more.
note.
And I'll just walk over and...
Got a group of fucking goths.
Did you expect from us, Millie?
I'll just walk over and find out how we can be of assistance.
Hello. Yes, if you could just go and have a look, just see what's happening. If there's anything amiss, the locals are all complaining that they've never felt the spirits like this, and frankly, they keep coming to me and whinging about it. And I'm relatively elderly for an elf, and I've been alive a very long time.
Can you describe how the spirits usually feel?
It's normally quite a calm place here in Honeywell. It's pleasant. We certainly don't have anything like this happening, but at night people are waking up with night terrors and generally feeling quite alarmed. And they just say it all feels like it's coming from the spire of Rest Mountain.
And
Have they been eating cheese before bed?
Well, it's possible. It's possible, of course, but it would be wonderful if you just go and check it out, see if there's anything happening that could be amiss, and report back, and you'll be suitably compensated in some lovely honey beer to take on your future adventures, if that would be suitable to you. And, of course, if there are any problems, it would be great if you could deal with them, but, baby steps.
And the pay for this?
Well, normally we're a very small village. We don't have a great deal in the way of wealth. Just what we make from the beer we sell. So normally we would compensate you in honey beer. Your friend would be welcome to all the mushrooms that he can see, though, while he's there, and would be welcome to take those too.
Mushrooms belong to nobody. I'm always welcome to take whatever mushrooms.
Well, exactly. But you wouldn't have known they were there if I weren't directing you to...
You can't offer to me the bounty of the earth, sir.
100 gold split between you. It's all we have.
I look back at the others.
Deal. I spit in my hand and hold it out to him.
Right. Thank you. He discreetly wipes his hand on his thumb.
That is the stickiest spit.
Right.
Where
On
is-
that note...
Also got lots and lots of spores in it. I'm really sorry about all the spores. He might have a fungal infection now.
God.
Remarkably
Just
sticky.
has a baruka brewing as you speak.
Directions?
Why does it tingle? You go out to the main gate, and then it's pretty much a straight line. It's the only mountain on the horizon. It is the Spire of Rest. You really can't miss it. It's about a day's walk. You'll probably have to camp one night. It is sort of mid-afternoon now, but you'll be there by tomorrow morning.
You would be surprised. I've heard tell of people who did not even know mountains existed, so...
Well, it's the tall thing on the horizon. It's quite unmissable, I would say.
They're observable.
We will see.
It's right
Also,
there.
The tingle is how you know it's working.
What does it do?
What's working?
Wait.
Best not to ask.
Thomas, do you have any strong spirits that I could just... And he walks off looking for spirits to sanitize his hand with.
It's probably just eating cheese before bed. You know, people weren't meant to eat or consume dairy. Really, we should all just live off mushrooms.
Are you a vegan?
I'm a fungitarian.
Okay.
Anyway, if we go over there near the graveyard, we'll preach my all fungus diet to the locals, and we'll have them feeling better in no time.
Hail,
I'm sure
fungus!
we'll love it.
Sorry?
I pick up my things and make my way out the door.
I will follow.
Alright. On the basis that you've been travelling for several months together by this point, you have all your camping kit. You don't really need anything urgently to be able to do this. It's only a day's walk. It's not like you're going for a 2-week hike. So everything you've got already is sufficient.
As Dungeon Master, I have a question.
Yes.
Did you tell Bri the name of this adventure before we started by any chance?
Well, not until after he'd created the character.
What about before? What about after he chose Corpse Slayer Greatsword as his magic item?
I am aware of this, yet, yes, I said it was unfair. He said it's my birthday.
That's very true.
So he gets the Corpse Slayer great sword, and we all just accept it and move along, okay?
Hey, I argued...
Sickle.
I argued that a group of level 3 characters wouldn't all have a rare item at this point, and she went,
True.
"It's a one-shot. Pick what you want." I went, "Cool, all right."
I haven't picked
I
a
actually
rare
forgot
item.
to put my rare item on.
No.
I did
You were both fully allowed to pick a rare item.
Yeah, I haven't. I have got it. I just hadn't done it.
Oh, so you say a level 3 party wouldn't have a rare item. I mean, you've gone on several adventures to get to this point. Level 3 is substantially above Village Hero, so I think you probably... It's
fine.
reasonable to say you might have done.
It's a one shot. It's fine. Right, let us all start with a feat in Chronicles of Needham. Let's not pretend like he's really strict.
No,
Yeah.
not
He's
at all.
very strict. Alright, so you start walking out into the woodland. It's absolutely beautiful. You can hear the birds singing. There's little rabbits hopping alongside. Absolutely idyllic. The perfect place for a holiday. As you're walking along. Is it sunny? Yes.
It's
Yeah,
always sunny in Honeydelphia.
Badder's gonna be putting their hood up.
you do see...
They're
You are
too
in the shade of the trees, so you've got
pale.
the golden dapples coming through the trees for you. It's genuinely very, very pleasant.
They're still gonna put their hood up.
I'm tempted to make you roll a perception check, but there really is nothing there. But it could
I
just be
should-
for my entertainment.
Yeah,
I'm going to.
yeah.
You
I
should
should
what?
probably mention that as long as we're in direct sunlight, I'm going to have disadvantage on perception checks because I'm a kobold.
Then this little one shot is perfect for you.
Good.
That
Glad to hear.
I have disadvantage on thing, but I can see in dark.
This is very entertaining to me. It's a good thing it was set.
When this
In a cave.
when this character was a drow, yeah, I would have been messed up, but now I'm okay.
So as you keep wandering along, the sun slowly starts to set, and it's heading towards night time. Would you like to make camp, or are you going to keep walking?
I'm quite comfortable keeping going. I can see quite well in the dark.
You do have investigations to do in the morning, though, so it's up to you.
So
What
that
do you
we're not
guys think?
exhausted, I would vote for setting up camp.
No, taking a point of exhaustion would be absolutely fine. It would definitely help you.
I wouldn't mind camping.
All right.
So
So-
I was
we'll,
gonna
we'll
set
set
up
up
some
camp.
sort of like just like a can't remember what they're called. Awning. That's the one. Since they don't
You did
sleep, they
this?
just meditate.
I was thinking like those ostrich tents, you know, the ones you just put your hand in your head and then you just put your head down on the ground. That's what I was picturing as you were doing this.
You can get ones that look like Yamper from the new gen Pokemon. But, it's just his butt. It's great.
Okay.
So,
Sorry.
you all get ready to settle down for the night. Some of you are polishing weapons or cleaning armour, others are making food or hunting for mushrooms.
I am absolutely making a mushroom stew.
That is absolutely fine. Anya, you can be heard. Shh. She's singing.
I could hear.
It's very pretty.
Yeah, it's very nice.
So, is there any alcohol present this evening?
I'm more
wasn't
into
gonna drink.
kombucha.
Just, are you planning to drink? That was the question. Nothing. Don't have to.
What,
No.
in real life? Or...
Yanan did give you those gin and tonics.
Oh, they're in the car. They're so warm now.
Okay.
Larry only drinks kombucha, so
Don't do that. Alright. So eventually you settle down to sleep. It's a peaceful evening. Nothing particularly dramatic. After what could reasonably be termed a long rest, but still very early in the morning, the winds began to surge, building around you in intensity. The wildlife is all stilled, and a strange tingling feeling comes to all those who can use magic. Those without the use of magic, I think you all use magic, don't you? That part's irrelevant.
Fairly sure.
There's a visible dimming to the natural world, as if night itself coming to claim the camp. Good English. The wind's now strong enough to completely extinguish your campfire, and the rustling of the trees makes it difficult to hear one another. Suddenly, a crack of luminous green lightning cracks the sky, followed by another almost instantly hitting a nearby tree, felling a branch to the ground. The winds become a whirling torrent, and as the rain starts to increase in volume, it becomes dagger-like as it slashes at exposed skin. So, you will need to run from the force of the storm towards the Spire of Rest. I would like you to roll for initiative.
Okay.
Oh,
Against my storm.
a roll.
A storm.
I have +0 to initiative.
That bodes well. Do you know what? I've just realised I have absolutely no way of writing down initiative order. So let's just hope I remember, eh?
All right.
Have you got a pen?
I rolled a
notes.
14.
Ah, sticky notes. Genius. Oh, I can't type and use paper. This is nonsense. Thank you, Anya. And can you grab me a pen out of the drawers? All right, what are your initiative scores?
14.
18.
8.
This bodes really well for your future fights, just so we're clear. Oh, over there, pencil. I'm still trying to find a pencil so I can write down what order you're in. This is a very professional stream, run by someone who definitely knows what they're doing.
Bri, Greg, than me.
All right, that's fine. So, Bri, you need to run in turns,
Okay.
okay? And you need to make sure you don't drop any of your supplies as you're doing so, because you're running very quickly.
Okay.
So, first, I would like you to make a dexterity check.
Dexterity check, yeah?
Dexterity check, yeah.
Okay. That's going to be 17 plus 2. That's going to be a 19.
Okay. You manage to pick up your weapons. Okay. But it's going to take you longer again to be able to pick up your armor and your backpack supplies.
Okay.
Okay. So, it's fine. You passed your dexterity check. You're lucky. Next up is Greg. Roll a dexterity check.
Okay, I do have +0 to this.
You have a lot of plus zeros.
I certainly do, Mill. That's a 10.
It is a DC 10 check. You succeed.
Yeah. Larry!
Are you picking up your weapons, your armor, or your supplies?
Well, I don't wear armor. Or rather, I think, hang on, let me just check. I wear leather armor, so I probably just slept in it.
Okay, reasonable. I'll let that. Yep, so you've just got weapons and supplies.
Yeah, so I'll pick up my, weapon and shield, I guess.
Okay,
If that's okay.
good start. Make a dex check.
That is 5.
It's fine. Okay, you
Maybe
fail.
I shouldn't use this dice.
You try to pick up your weapon off the floor, but you stumble and you're unable to quite grasp it. Unfortunately, it's okay. Nothing happens. Round 2. Brian, make a dex check.
Okay.
Your dex is really good, isn't it? I can see how cocky you look when you're saying this.
That's going to be an 11.
Of course it is. He's a hexblade. I mean, Psy Warrior.
It's going to be an 11.
It's an 11. You actually managed to pick up your armour. So you've just got your supplies to go. Fantastic. Greg, save again, please.
Yes, Millie. It's a 4, Millie.
Okay, that's a fail. That's fine.
I agree.
M,
Yeah. Let's try again. Oh, damn, I thought that was gonna. I was holding my chest then because I thought I'd rolled a 1, but I didn't. I rolled a 4, so that's 6. So 1 better than last time.
okay. From the buffeting of the wind, you take 1 damage. Nothing too horrendous.
I'm gonna switch what dice I'm using.
You cannot pick up the item.
Okay.
Alright. Bri, make a dex check.
Okay. That's going to be an 11 again. Sorry, that's going to be an 11 again.
You were muted. Okay, you've managed to collect all your things. Fantastic. You are good to go. Greg, make a dex check, please.
Yes, Millie. It's a 6, Millie.
Oh, heck. You take 2 damage.
It's
What?
like with We're so bad at rolls today, Greg.
Where did I take damage from, please?
The storm.
wind.
The wind
Oh,
of the rain coming down on you.
okay.
As you're failing to pick things up, you're stumbling, you're falling. You are failing to be dexterous in storm force winds, which is actually fairly reasonable.
That's fair.
Can you roll a dex check, please?
Yeah, I'm gonna roll a different dice this time.
Okay.
Can you guess what I rolled?
Not much.
I literally dread to think.
It was a nat 1. So that's 3.
Okay. You take 1 more damage, but you do manage to pick up the item.
Okay.
You stumble over it, but you manage to pick it up. So you have managed to collect your weapon.
Good thing I
Rick only has
meditated
one more
more
thing to
sleep,
collect.
so I'm probably wearing my.
Right, we're going to skip over
Have
you.
very many hit points.
What if Bray used his turn to help me?
Yeah, that can happen. So, Bri, can you make a dex check? Actually, no. Greg, make a dex check
I
with
will.
advantage.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
use the help action.
Okay, well, the higher of those two numbers is 9.
This time you take 2 damage, but you do manage to collect your last item.
Woohoo! I've taken 4 damage getting up in the morning. That is actually what it feels like to be over 30.
Yeah.
Oh, click, 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 crunch. Alright, can you please roll a dex check?
Oh, this one was better. I got 13.
Yes! Yes, you managed to pick up your armour. You've only got 1 more thing to collect.
I thought
Roll
I
a
was
last.
wearing my armor.
Is yours leather armour?
Yeah, it's leather, and I meditate. I don't sleep.
Fine, then you managed to pick up your supplies as the last thing, and you've all managed to collect your items.
Yeah.
So you've all collected your gear, but the storm's still building to a crescendo. The wind's now a howling gale pushing against each of your bodies, bringing leaves and branches down around you. The green forked lightning streaks across the sky, occasionally blasting trees near and far. You must seek shelter from the raging torrent and begin to press towards the mountain. Moving is difficult, but as a team, you stick together. You've got a shield, Greg, yeah?
I've got a shield. There is something I'd like to do, if possible.
Of course.
I would like to wild shape into a giant elk.
That's fine. Be an elk.
It means that I'm a large creature and it gives me a speed of 50 feet, so I figure and also all my equipment just morphs into my elk shape, so I don't have to worry about holding on to it.
Nope, makes perfect sense. That's fine.
The other two might just be able to ride on elk me.
I suspect they can. I am going to need a dex check to get onto your back in Storm Force Winds.
Can it be with advantage because I kneel down to help?
Yeah, absolutely so. And Bri, roll yours first.
This is Dex, yeah?
Yes, with advantage.
Okay. Alright, I don't need to roll the second dice as a natural 20.
Fine. You managed to get onto Elk Larry's back.
Okay.
And
Larry the elk guy.
you can now roll with advantage as well, because I have to assume the Bri's character will help pull you up onto the back of the elk.
Nice.
Yeah, I suppose.
That is 12.
Fantastic. You managed to make it onto Elk Larry's back. So moving is difficult, even with this. Obviously, the large form of the elk takes a bigger buffeting from the wind, but very sure-footed, making his way through the storm. You see ahead of you a cave entrance in the side of the mountain. Reasoning that this would be good shelter, would you like to go in?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes, but cautiously.
Can we
That's
see
fine.
anything
Oh, no.
inside the cave before
It's
we
black.
enter?
It's a black hole. It's pitch black outside with storm lightning going on around you. You're going to really struggle to see through the rain into the cave.
Okay. Yeah, let's go into the cave.
Even with dark vision.
You make your way, not even with dark, I mean, it's rain vision you need, not dark vision. Have you got rain vision?
I do not.
It's unfortunate.
How long have we been going when we get to the cave?
You've been going maybe half an hour?
Okay,
Not atrocious.
I still have half an hour of mook form. Mook form? Elk form. I combined moose and elk. Leave me alone. Move on. It doesn't need to be discussed.
Greg is such a mook.
I'm always in mook form.
Always in mook form too. Does anyone have an umbrella? No, they have Elk Larry.
Okay.
Okay. You manage to make it into the cave. Thankfully, you arrive soaked and slightly battered, but you find respite from the extreme conditions outside. The stalactites and stalagmites jut from above and below, with a small clearing just in the centre of the entrance. This section of the cavern looks natural, and there's small creatures seeking shelter from the storm, lizards and insects all scurrying from the light that deepen to the back of the cavern entrance. There's luminous fungi clinging to the walls, casting an eerie blue glow to the area.
I immediately drop my elk form and start investigating the fungus.
You are very, very welcome to do so.
Yeah.
Do you want to do an investigation check?
Yeah, I'd love to. A +1, you say? How generous. 8.
8. Okay. It is a bioluminescent form of an edible fungus you are actually familiar with, thankfully, it being your specialised subject.
Mm-hmm.
So you know that there's very little difference to it, except that it's developed bioluminosity to cope with the extreme conditions of the cave. It's nothing particularly exciting.
I absolutely gather some and keep it in my pockets.
It's fine. Do you all have dark vision? I think you do.
Yeah. Yes.
You should do as a Yankee, surely.
I'd imagine you would.
Just let me... Do we?
I don't think they do. I think you've picked one of the 4 races that don't have dark vision in 5th edition.
It's okay, I relate to that real hard.
I might have. Yeah, definitely did.
Okay, alright.
I hand Tuath a handful of glowy mushroom.
Those without dark vision can see, but not in great detail. Because of the bioluminescent fungi on the walls, you can see the area around you.
Okay.
Now, you can see a large stone door to the rear of the cavern. It's been used recently. Would you like to inspect it?
Yes.
Right.
I'll do it a good inspect.
Then you will need to do an investigation check.
Okay, I'm going to double check how good I am at those. Oh yeah, +2. Nice. Right. Ooh, I got 19.
Lovely. The door is not locked, opens freely, and beyond it you see a very steep slope leading upwards into the mountain.
Not stairs, just slope.
Just very steep slope.
Ooh.
What would
this
you like
be
to
a
do?
good time to say that Bada is wearing the D&D equivalent to New Rocks with lots of spikes?
I think it's always a good time to say that.
Yeah.
Yes.
With that inspection, can I tell how easily I could walk up it?
You'd probably slip a bit. You would need to do some careful walking, but it's perfectly walkable. It's just you'd need to be cautious. That's all. But it's doable.
Does it look worn, like it's been used?
Yeah, it's
Like
regularly
fairly
walked up.
Do you think this would lead to the graveyard?
I don't know. It
We
seems
could
to lead
certainly
up.
try. We've got time.
I like it better than being out in the storm.
Yeah, that storm hurt.
It did. I don't usually like waking up in the morning, but that was particularly bad.
It is, for now, our only course of action. If it is wrong, we come back.
Before
You're so
we go
dramatic,
through the door, is there anything else that I can see in the room?
It's
In
a
the
very boring cave. Even with that investigation check, there's nothing else there really. It's clearly just an entranceway to whatever lies beyond.
Noish.
Noise.
Then Vada will try their best to go up the steep slope.
Okay, I would like a dex check,
Mm-hmm.
please.
Sorry, dex check what?
Just dex check,
Oh, it's straight.
just to make sure that you can get up it. Yeah. Which you're really good at so far.
6.
Cool.
Can't wait to make another dex check.
So it's not exceptionally difficult. You slip quite a few times as you're going up, but you end up sort of going up on hands and knees, crawling your way up this hill in
Doing,
the
like,
least
that thing that
graceful way.
sometimes I do on the stairs, where you're like,
Very much so, yeah. It's the least graceful ascent of a slope you've ever seen in your life, but you do make it to the top of the slope.
I hand the end of my 50 foot of hempen rope to Tuath and then pat him on the butt.
Tuath, dex check then, please. I can't see this being a challenge for you, I'll be honest.
That is going to be a 13.
13. Yeah, that's fine. You managed to walk up. It is hard going. It's a ridiculously steep slope, but you can get there. No problem at all. I assume you're going to pull your much smaller friend up afterwards.
I suppose.
Larry!
May I have a strength check from you?
Oh, yeah.
I've just realised I do know how to play D&D. This is nice.
That's 23.
I mean, yeah, poor Larry basically flies up the slope. Yeet! Up he goes.
Water skiing up the slope.
Like some sort of kobold kite at this point.
All you hear is, yeah! like fly over your shoulder and hit the wall behind you.
I've got a sound for that.
Is it a Wilhelm scream?
It absolutely is.
When you get to the top of the slope, you see ahead of you a stone-lined corridor leading further in. You need to walk through it to get to the next section.
Right. I'm gonna sort of approach it with caution and check it out again.
I'm going to need an investigation check then, please. And I need a different thing. 1 second.
Ooh, that was also a 19. So
Do your perception check?
Mhm.
Oh, investigation, wasn't it?
investigation, yeah, 19.
19. You notice that there is a pressure plate in the centre of the floor. You can walk around it without triggering it, should you choose to point it out to your friends.
Yeah. Guys, like, as much as I would like to see what it does, there is a pressure plate just there, and I point out where it is on the floor.
Oh, we can find out what it does.
It is only pressure plate?
It looks like. Is that right, DM?
You just see a pressure plate in the middle of the floor.
Yeah, nothing else.
You can't see what it
no
connects to
others.
without investigating it
A pressure
specifically.
plate is
Yeah,
not,
but no
it's not
other
usually
pressure
only
plate
a
just
pressure
happened.
plate.
Yeah.
I mean,
If you want to investigate what it does, you're very welcome to do so, but you'd need to roll again.
I just poke it with a quarterstaff
Why?
Okay. All right.
from, the entire length of the quarterstaff away.
Yeah, that's fine. So you hear a rumbling sound, and the two
We're gonna have to
sides of the
intend
corridor start very slowly to move together. The door behind you and the door ahead of you lock.
Oh no!
Why
What are you
have
gonna
done
do?
this?
Looks like Larry's made a boo-boo.
I would like to move.
Alright.
They are iron doors behind you. You didn't notice the one when you came in, but it now swings closed behind you with a solid thunk, and you hear the sound of a lock clicking.
Same in
The
front.
opposite end of the room does the same.
Okay.
You are trapped in a room, and the walls are slowly coming in. At a rate of about, I've just opened the Xbox app, that's not at all what I'm after. At a rate of about, I have this here somewhere,
Why, Larry? Why? Why do
We
do
wanted to
this?
know what it did.
No.
it's moving at 5 feet per round. It was about 20 feet wide.
God. Alright,
5 feet per round total,
far am I
or
away
5
from
feet
the
per
door
round
again?
each side?
5 feet per round total, I'm not trying to kill you.
Okay.
yeah, so how far are we away from the door? 20 feet, did you say?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna run up to the door, and I'm gonna use my cantrip of Green Flame Blade
Okay,
and strike the door to try and break it.
alright. Does that attack against an AC, or is it a skill check?
Yeah, it
I
does. You
don't-
roll an attack.
You roll an attack against the door then.
Cool.
It's not a weapon I know, so...
Right, so what am my plus? Is it just straight roll then? There's no plus, I can't see. Yeah, so
Yeah, no, it's a weapon.
Cantrip it.
It's the same as your
weapons
weapon
one,
attack.
yeah, sorry. So I'm using it with my sickle. So that is -1, so it'll be 16 to hit.
You don't even breach the iron doors AC. It's the only way I can word it. You try to hit it and your sword just bounces off. It's not doing any damage to the door.
I poke the pressure plate again.
It does nothing.
Oh.
Okay. I'm going to go and try and smash the door.
Okay. Roll an attack.
Okay. Have advantage because it's like an inanimate object I'm trying to hit. It's very easy to hit.
I mean, it's clearly not because M's character missed it, but
Okay, fine.
there's no...
Or they didn't hit it hard enough, right? Like,
Yeah.
Go on. Yes, you can have advantage. Them probably should have done too. It is a solid door. It's not going anywhere, is it?
Okay. So that is going to be... So I run up and take out my greatsword, and that is going to be a 25 to hit.
Does hit. You manage to smash the door. How much damage do you do to my door?
Give me a second. I'm going to spend a psionic die on this. I'm going to spend 1 ounce of my psionic
you're doing
energy.
psychic damage to a door.
No,
I don't think it's going
force
to have any
damage.
effect.
Oh,
Oh,
cool.
right.
Force damage.
That would have an effect. I thought psychic damage on something without a brain is a bit
So it's going
probably
to be
immune to that, if I'm honest.
2d6 for the greatsword. Okay, cool. So that is... With the greatsword, it is 15 damage.
15 damage to the door. The
And
door.
and a further... Oh, nice. 7 damage of 7 points of force damage to the door.
Okay. The door is still standing, but it looks severely buckled under your onslaught. It is not a well door. You have upset my door.
Excellent.
Who'd like to do what next? I'm not having you roll initiative against a door.
I'm not going
No.
to
It's not.
spend my action surge. So, anyone else?
Please don't.
I'm just going to turn to Larry. You?
I know that I'm not strong. I'm not smart either, but I'm more smart than I am strong. So I'm going to attempt to investigate and see if there's any mechanism to shut off this trap.
Okay, roll an investigation check.
Ooh, it's a 6.
You don't see anything.
Larry.
Larry, no. Your go.
Yeah.
We've ended up with an initiative
Gonna-
roll anyway. Yeah, you've been pushed slowly towards each other. It would be 15 feet across now.
Okay, I'm going to do the same again.
Anyone standing near the edges does notice you're being pushed towards the centre of the room.
I'm going to roll with advantage, as you had said.
Yep, it's a door. It ain't running.
Yeah, it's 16 again, so it's not going to do much. Sadly.
You hit the door, your sword bounces off, and you look at it in absolute frustration. Because it's a freaking door.
Why would you move?
Okay.
Door?
Right? What do you do?
I am going to attack the door.
Okay, attempt to hit my door.
That's
I have
gonna
named the door Cecilia, and you are hurting Cecilia's feelings.
That's going to be
I
21
think it's
to hit.
You do hit the door.
Okay.
How much damage do you do?
Not using psychic damage this time.
Don't bother at the door.
Oh, nice. Double sixes. I do... Give me a second.
You're all going to die down.
I do 17 points of slashing damage with my greatsword.
Fairly ridiculous. The door only had 5 hit points left. You manage to batter the door down, and it falls with the clang at your feet.
I mean,
As it
I
falls,
feel like it's slashing damage. You've cut the door in half. Question mark.
you'd think, couldn't you? But because of the damage it had already taken from the force damage and stuff, the door just
Yeah.
falls inwards.
Great-
I assume the
great
slashing
sword.
damage actually went through the hinge.
Greatsword make good bludgeoning weapon.
I'm like, when the door falls inwards, I'm like, oh yeah, good thinking, and I start dragging the door around to like block the walls from coming in any further.
I've just scrambled out of the corridor.
You notice, as the door clangs down, the walls actually stop moving and retreat back to their former position.
Do I notice I have not? Oh, I've got a 14 passive perception. I guess I do.
You would have noticed this. It's a pretty loud grinding noise as they go back to where they are. I think you'd have to be deaf and blind to miss what's happening.
Bada just looks back at it with complete disdain, just like...
Lovely.
And then
Ahead of
looks
you.
at Larry with equal disdain.
Larry is still trying to drag an iron door across. I am a small creature dragging a large iron door. It's just...
This is giving me flashbacks to another small creature that likes to drag big heavy objects.
True.
No idea what you're talking about.
What do you want?
Can I grab Larry and just yank him away from the door
Yeah.
to carry on?
Easily.
I mean, I'm not even going to make you roll for it. You're several orders of magnitude larger. I can't see this being an issue.
Let me explain to you guys something about Larry. Larry has +0 to strength, +0 to dex, +1 to con, +1 to intelligence, +2 to wisdom, and +0 to charisma. Larry can be manhandled by any fucker.
Was,
True.
was
How
Larry
many hit points does
related
Larry have?
to Spurt?
I don't know who you're talking about. There were several spurts in the cave that Larry was born in.
Were they named after the famous one that died in the fire giant lair?
I think Spurt is just a very common name. Like Larry's original name was Splat, and that was his father's name and also his mother's name.
I would like you all to roll a perception check, please.
Okay. I got 8.
I got a 23.
Thank you,
Ooh.
Blink Dog.
Larry.
Dice. I got a 19.
With the 23 and the 19, you hear 3 sets of footsteps coming towards you. There's an odd, dry sound to the footsteps as they're walking towards you out of the darkness. Those with excellent dark vision, 2 of you, can see 3 skeletons walking around the corner towards you. You're not surprised, so I would like you all to roll for initiative, please.
Okay.
I'm not going to let up.
Roll for initiative.
Mill?
Yep. Yeah, you can put down the cave system map.
Cave
with
system.
3 skellies. Yeah.
Cool. 3 skellies.
Yes, please.
Ugh.
Do you want to know my initiative?
Yeah.
I rolled a 15.
Yay!
Yeah, I've done alright on initiative considering I don't add anything to it.
This is not the map I chose. I'm joking, it's fine. It's not Winebriar today.
He can't. I don't think
My
he can hear you because I'm pretty sure he's taken off his wireless headset to go and.
They're not wireless at the moment. He's got them on charge.
Ah.
You want to know my initiative, Millie?
Yes!
It's 6.
Okay, M goes last.
You don't know that. Briar's
Oh, I should probably roll it for the skellies, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
I know how to play a game.
Listen, you can just. You're the DM. You can do what you want. You can just say their initiative's 10. You can say their initiative's 20. Doesn't matter. You're
No.
allowed to say shit. Whatever you feel like.
Let's see.
I do wish that I had headphones with like a cooling system inside them. 'Cause I know
Yes.
they exist. I think Charlie's do it, don't they?
No, but like they I think they have like a cooling gel in the cups.
Mm. Yeah, because they're just like my ears feel like they're in a swamp right now.
Yeah, I know that feel.
Okay, so... Bada boom.
Bada bing.
Okay.
That's you.
I found a kobold for Larry.
Thank you.
There is an
Aw.
actual kobold.
I'm not surprised. We just like a little over a year and a bit ago, we were playing an entirely dragon-based game. There were lots of kobolds involved.
I will say there's no dragons involved today, sadly. Brian, what's your initiative, love?
I was setting up a map. Hang on.
Well, no, I'm just asking you now.
My initiative is... What is it? +2. My initiative is 19.
19.
M
Okay.
goes last.
Yeah. The Skellies do go first, and they are just going to spend... They've only got 15 feet of movement speed, so they're going to spend their turn walking towards you.
Gambling.
Shambling towards you. Yeah, they're not particularly speedy Skellies. So each of them moves 15 feet towards
Being
your party.
spooky, scary boys.
Spooky, scary skeletons and shivers down my spine. Right, you need to move my Skellies, love. I can't move them.
Okay, so how far do they move?
15.
15 feet. Are you alright? What were you looking
Yeah.
at?
Porn.
TikTok.
Same thing sometimes.
Okay.
Okay.
Right, you're up first.
No
Yes.
wind houses or light mills in this game, Stu. You're right.
Okay. I am going to... to defend my slightly easier to hit colleagues and friends, I'm going to rush forward and get right in the middle of the three of them to try and keep them at range.
Okay.
So, let's see if that works. Okay. Cool.
The skeletons look mildly alarmed. What
Excellent.
does the skeleton face do?
Level 3 fighter. 1 attack per action.
You've got so many hit points.
I know, but it's when they still suck, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay, I am going to use the
It's
great sword exactly what it was meant for, and I'm going to attempt to hit the skeleton to the right of me.
Skeletons to the left of him. Skeletons to the right of him. Skeletons in front of him. Volley and thunder.
That's going to be an 18, please.
An 18? I mean, yeah, you hit him.
Cool.
It's a skeleton. You do have to set a timer at this point.
Charge of the Light Brigade is a fucking banger.
So that's 2d6 and 1d8 for the sword. A second. Move all these dice out of the way.
I really think this is overkill. It's a skeleton.
Okay, that is going to be... bum, 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 bum. There we go, yeah. 11 points of damage from the sword, 11 points of slashing damage, and 7 points... a further 7 points of slashing damage because it's the Corpse Slayer.
Yeah. Skeleton 1 to your left crumbles into dust in front of you.
Excellent.
This is going to be very tricky for you without your wireless headphones.
It's fine. I didn't charge them. I'm an idiot. Okay.
Alright.
That's a
Is
fun
that the end of your turn? It doesn't matter.
Give me a second.
I prefer that one, to be honest.
Because this has now got dangerous, I'm going to use my bonus action to use psionic recovery, and
Okay.
I'm going to recover the 1 psionic energy that I have already expended today. That's it until I rest again.
Okay.
But yeah, I end my turn because they're only skeletons.
Lovely. Greg, your turn?
Hello. I would
Hello.
like to use my bonus action to cast Shillelagh,
Okay.
and then I would like to run up to the skeleton on the actual left.
The one Bry's character is actually facing, which is clearly the one he killed. Yes.
Sure.
I said the one to my right.
I'm winding you up, love.
Anyway, I'm going to run up to the one that's on the left of Bry, and I'm going to attack it with advantage because kobolds, right? They have pack tactics. So I'm going to attempt to bonk it with my shillelagh.
Shalala.
Shillelagh?
Shalalala. Shalalala.
That is a 16 plus 4, so 20 to hit.
It does, in fact, hit the
Woohoo!
slowly moving skeleton.
Woohoo! So that will be, in that case, 1d8 plus 2. Wham! That is 7 damaging, 7 damage rather of the bludgeoning variety. I don't know if these skeletons are weak to bludgeoning like some are, but
They are not,
oh, sad times.
unfortunately. However, this skeleton is now missing one arm, one leg, and is seriously listing towards the side. It is a very unwell skeleton.
Okay.
Okay. Em, it is your turn.
I'm gonna. Sorry, I'm just having a.
I'm just enjoying the song.
Sorry. I am going to first level chromatic orbit. Not the sickly one, the one that has better health.
Okay.
Yeah. So I need to. There's an 8 hit.
No.
No. Do I keep the chromatic orb until it hits something, or is that used?
No, it's a spell. It's used.
Mhm.
It's gone. You just missed and managed to blast a small hole in the opposite side of the cavern. It was unfortunate.
That's
It is
okay.
now the 2 remaining skeletons' turn.
The skeleton in front of me needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Constitution saving throw is 12.
My DC is 12, so he passes.
Hey.
I have a reaction thing that I can deal damage when someone starts their turn near me. But yeah, he's passed his con save. Boo.
I'm sorry, it was a really rubbish roll too. Mine, not yours. Alright.
I think it was
So,
a good roll. He passed my save.
the skeleton in front of Bri is going to attempt to hit him. It rolls absolutely atrociously. It's 5 to hit.
Yeah, hit. No way.
Yeah, hit. No way. Cool. Good. Nice and clear. Love it. Okay. The skeleton in front of Greg is going to try and do the same. And this time it rolls a very exciting 6 to hit.
Miss.
Well, it only has one arm and one leg, so that seems fairly reasonable to me.
Yeah.
Brian, it's your turn again.
Okay, I'm going to roll to hit the one in front of me.
Okay.
Give me a second. And I wish I had pack tactics. That's going to be a 14 to hit.
14 to hit does hit.
And that is going to be 12,
Shit.
16 points of damage.
That one also crumbles into dust in front of you. Okay, Greg, the last one is in front of you.
I am going to attack it with advantage with
Yes,
my
please.
shillelagh.
Which for years, by the way, I thought was Shillilag until I was told otherwise.
Shillelagh.
I rolled
It's not a problem.
17 to hit.
Yes, it hits.
I thought it probably did.
Sorry, did the one in front of me die?
Yes, yeah. But you might as well wait for Greg's turn to finish, because if he doesn't finish this one off, I'll be astonished.
Okay.
4 damage.
Yep, it only had 3 hit points left. It crumbles into dust, and the skeletons are gone.
Is there
bounced.
anything else in the room, or can we hear anything else approaching?
Roll a perception check.
That is going to be a... where's my perception? Oh, that's going to be, a 15.
15? Anyone else?
I had a 9.
9?
Yeah. No, I got less than that. 12.
It's fine. You don't hear anything else moving. What you do see, though, is ahead of you a glowing doorway. It's glowing blue.
Is it the same blue as... I take out some of my pocket bioluminescent mushrooms. Is it the same blue as that blue?
It's similar, but so much stronger. It's a really strong blue glow emanating from this doorway.
Okay.
And is it like... Is the door itself glowing, or is it like glowing around the edges? Like there's light on the other side?
Like there's light... The door's open, and it's a blue
okay.
glow coming out of the doorway from inside the room.
Ooh, more mushrooms.
Do you go towards it? Is Larry going to look in the room?
Yeah, Larry's definitely moved.
Yeah, Larry's definitely started to approach the door.
Okay, right, can I have the blue room, please?
Ooh.
The blue room definitely sounds like what you call your sex dungeon.
No, that comes later. That would be the red room.
I hope
Silly.
that's not a red room in this dungeon crawl.
There fully is, mind. Not the type you're thinking of, but there is one termed the red room. It's really far from the camera.
It is very far from the camera.
It's a very small room, you see.
Mm.
Oh, there we go.
It's better.
It's pretty. I love
Very
these little
pretty.
rooms. I got very excited about the whole thing. They even have little jars and things around the edges. You can't tell, but it's actually got little plastic jars on it.
Nice.
Okay. Are there spiders in the red room? I'm not telling you. So, Larry walks in,
Spider on my arm.
I assume. You see
I'll walk up to the door and look through it.
Okay. Inside the room, you see a strong, deep blue glow filling the entire room. There are mushrooms, but no more than you'd expect to see anywhere else. What's causing the blue glow is many bell jars filled with glowing blue wisps of light. The same ones you now realise were inside the chests of the skeletons you just fought.
Ooh.
There are paper, some coins scattered around. Would you like to go in and have a look?
Yes.
I would
Okay.
like to investigate to see if the doorway is trapped first.
Roll an investigation check.
Yay! Larry. Oh, I rolled a nat 20. For a total of 21.
Nice. Well done. You notice that there is a metal plate just underneath the door. Just underneath the doorway. It's only a thin strip and can easily be stepped over. But with a natural 20, you see that it is hooked up to an electricity source, possibly the storm above. And had you stepped on that metal plate, you would have been hit with quite a substantial amount of electricity.
Would have been not the best.
Don't poke that one.
Yeah.
Larry says, "Ooh, metal plate," and he's like halfway to poking it with the quarterstaff already.
Has just like swiped you out of the way of it.
Whoop.
Just like actually just scruffed you by the back of your clothes and chucked you over it.
I was going to
into
say,
the
if you were
room.
going to touch it with your staff, you find that your staff can't, for some reason, go forward any further, and all you see is me standing behind you with my hand on the other end of the staff going,
No. It's 9. Okay. Do you step over the plate and into the room?
I was thrown over the plate and into the room.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. The room's very clean. It doesn't hold much of value. With that investigation check, I have no problem with you seeing there isn't very much in there. There are a few gold coins floating around.
I picked them up.
And some paper. You receive 3 gold.
Woo!
Nothing exciting.
This is the best day of my life.
What is written on the paper?
From the paper, you can determine that these are the notes of a necromancer called Zelva. Zelva. Zeilver, if anyone wants to know. And you can determine that this is actually the lair of a necromancer known as Zelda.
Okay. So
We just need
I'm
to find the lair of the
guessing that
necromancer
this
known
is
as
the
Hilda.
root of our issue here.
The blue jars around the edge, there's quite a lot of them, and they're all filled with these little glowing blue wisps of light.
I would like to pick up one of those jars and look at the wisp.
Okay, it's just a small, sparkling, glowing little flutter of light moving around inside.
Can I do a check to see if we can work out what they are?
Can you do an Arcana check?
Yeah. I'd like to assist on that as well.
Yeah, go for it. You can have advantage, right?
Okay. Thank you, because I needed it. That is going to be a... that's going to be a 20.
These are souls trapped inside the jars.
Mm.
Okay.
Larry is in the process of opening one of the jars. If anyone wants to stop him.
Yeah, Badder's gonna just like clamp over your hands and be like, no,
But pretty.
you don't know what it is. You don't touch it. Get me?
I'm gonna eat it.
It is...
Oh.
It is soul. It is spirit of living thing.
Is it tasty?
Very delicately put it back on a shelf.
Perhaps not edible.
You can determine that it was the soul that was powering the skeletons that fought you, based on having seen it previously.
From paper and this appears to be Necromancer laboratory.
Sounds about right.
Perhaps
Certainly looks the part.
these were skeletons made. Though, are there any bones around?
Nope, not in here.
This
It's
is
a very clean room.
Just
This-
souls.
This is not where skeletons are collected or made.
Is there furniture in this room, or is it just?
It's just jar storage. But can you all roll an investigation check for now inside the room, please?
That is going to be
That's a great 20.
21.
13.
13 and
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Cool. In which case, I mean, it's not exceptionally hard to find, but you find a small scroll tucked in a corner. Kiba, shut up. A small scroll tucked in a corner. Would you like to open it?
Can I sense anything off of the scroll with that investigation? Does it seem like it would be bad to open it?
Nope. You can sense that it is a piece of paper that has been rolled up.
Okay.
Yeah, open
I'll
it.
open it up, yeah.
It's an incantation. It doesn't do anything on opening it, obviously. But the incantation is called Mortal Recurrence. And it says, whenever the verse of this incantation is recited, all creatures and beings killed by the storm outside are brought back into the material realm. You can only use it once. There's a note at the bottom. It says, sometimes I find I kill too many people with these storms. Thankfully, I have found a way to bring the peasants back to the mortal realm with the words Corin tuet mentoas, to allow me to personally torture them and use them as I see fit for my experiments.
Let's go.
I'm starting to think this
like a
necromancer may
joke.
be a bad dude.
Yeah.
Weird.
What gives you that impression?
No mushrooms here,
Yes,
for eating, only for light.
of course.
They are edible. You did determine that earlier.
I know I've eaten some, but it doesn't look like any of them are being. I don't know why I'm talking to you in my character voice.
You know when you eat blue things,
Fallen
you end up
into
with a
it.
blue tongue?
I'm
Flowers
guessing
sticks out his head.
my mouth close.
Just a little bit, yeah. Like that. If you dribble a bit, it's all blue and shiny.
I dribble constantly. I'm very truly.
Gross. All right.
Using the paint liquor.
Is there an exit to this room into like the next one, or
Back out through
Or
the
is it
same
like a
door.
closet?
okay?
It's literally a storage room that you found.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you go back out?
I'm gonna keep the scroll and just pop it in my pack.
Very good idea.
Yeah, I guess we go back
Yeah.
out.
So investigate to see if we can find any other doors.
You can roll an investigation check.
That one is 13.
13. There are no other doors in here. It is quite literally how it appears to be, a room for storing souls.
No, I mean in
No,
the other room.
out in
Oh,
the back
yeah.
in the corridor.
You notice slightly further on with your dark vision as well, I think this would help you. You notice about 40 feet away, there's another door in the wall of the cave.
Okay. I think this way. I was gonna point for Bryce.
Bry's sad little eyes.
Yeah.
Now you know what it's like to be in your campaign as a human, Bry.
Mm-hmm.
So when you
We're
reach
gonna guide them
A
over.
human who's had like goggles of night for the past 70 fucking sessions.
Yeah, but to start though.
Yeah. All right. There were like 5 sessions at the beginning that you couldn't see in the dark. Sorry.
Yeah.
When you reach the door, it looks very similar to the one you used to enter the main cave and the one that you destroyed, Cecilia.
Okay.
Okay. Are we gonna check for traps, Pookie?
On the door itself? Sure. Roll an investigation check.
I don't do very well at that. I do a 6.
It is your least good thing.
I did so well in the previous 2.
You did.
Yeah,
I don't know why this in particular is awful for you. But... Anyone else rolling an investigation check against my door?
Yeah.
Someone already investigated it.
They did. I'm just checking if anyone notices anything else.
I trust Bada Bing.
I trust Bada.
All right.
They haven't let
It
us
is a
astray
door.
yet.
It is a door.
Yeah, I can't see anything up with it. So should we go through?
Okay. The door moves
His
freely.
birthday, Anya.
He swore. It's his own fault. The door moves freely and swings open at your touch, and inside is another corridor, very similar to the one you entered previously.
Mhm. I'm gonna do another investigate to see if there's any more of those sinking panels.
Okay. Roll an investigation check.
I'm going to help.
Natural 20, so
Okay.
it's 22.
22.
Mhm.
Okay. You notice that there are small nozzles attached to a fuel source placed into the stone floors.
Oh.
And you notice a hidden pressure plate in the centre of the room that runs the entire width of the room and is 10 feet long.
Okay.
It is a
So-
fully across the room and it is 10 feet in length.
So like
Right,
10
so-
feet across, but not width.
No. So it's the full width of the room, which is
Mhm.
20 feet, and it's
Yeah.
also 10 feet long.
Mm-hmm.
10 feet wide. 20 feet long, wide. It's 20 by 10.
Guys, I think we're gonna have a little bit of an issue. There's another one of those plates.
He's fine. We
It-
jump.
No. It's 10 feet.
He's fine. We jump.
I'm not sure I'll be able to do that.
I throw.
I guess.
I throw him.
Yeah, that works. But me...
Throw Larry.
All right. I'm just going to grab Larry and yeet him over the panel.
Can I have a strength check?
Absolutely. Come on, dice. Fail me now.
Can I assist by, like, pushing with my legs, I guess?
Advantage on your strength check. Why not?
I don't know why I'm throwing him. I can literally telekinetically move him with my mind.
No, it's more fun this way. Just do it. Yeet Larry. I now have an image I really want to draw from this little one shot.
Okay. With advantage, 23.
Oh yeah, you fully yeet Larry across. And fortunately Larry is not injured, but lands and skids through the sand on the other side.
I was going to say that I land and do, like, a gymnast, like...
If you're going to try and land on your feet, I'm going to need an acrobatics or athletics check, please.
Absolutely,
You're
I'd love to
breaking
make
both
an
your legs.
acrobatics or athletics check, both of which I add 0 to. What do you want to do to me, dice?
I keep thinking when people say, what do you want to do, dice? I'm like, me. So you do land on your feet. It's a little clumsy. There's a bit of a stagger to it. But you hold it and you go, ta-da!
Yeah.
The DM gives you a round of applause. No, I'm not that. Yeah! Okay. Em and Brian, what are you going to do?
Are you worried about the thing?
I won't be able to jump it. I was thinking maybe using a mage hand.
It's fine. Mage hand not strong enough. Please. I am going to hold out my hand and lift
Banner's going to, before you can even start doing it, Banner's going to like really like awkwardly hold it.
No, do not hold hand. Do not hold. And then I'm just going to make a rising motion, and Bada Bing is going to lift and then glide. You said the panel was 10 feet across to get past it? Easily, then. Using telekinetic movement, I can lift a willing creature other than myself and move them up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space I can see.
Bada Bing gracefully drifts over and lands comfortably next to Larry off the pressure plate.
I can, however,
like Magneto.
not do this again until I finish a rest.
I know.
Unless I expend a psionic dice, which I've got 4 of. So
Oh, right. So you can do it 4 times before you...
Okay.
Right,
And now, for yourself, can you please make a strength check if you want to jump across?
I'm gonna use my Githyanki psionics, and I'm gonna jump. I'm going to cast the spell jump. So my jump,
Very excessive.
my jump distance is tripled until the end of my turn.
Yeah, I mean, in which case you can easily make it. I think I've got no problem with you getting across there, and you land safely on the other side. Do you? I mean, it's quite a long jump, and you're putting quite a lot of force behind it. So, do you want to make an athletics or acrobatics check at the end to land gracefully, or do you not care and you're happy to tumble to the ground and roll into a wall?
I am going to. I'll make an acrobatics check.
Okay.
Ooh, okay. That's gonna be. Okay. An 11.
An 11. I mean, yeah, you land. It's not particularly graceful. It's okay. You landed on your feet.
14 points at the Olympics. For that
No,
one.
and you don't get to do a ta-da at the end. You just sort of land and go, oh,
Okay.
and that's.
You know,
But you're
Simone
across.
Biles.
The door at the other end does not appear to be locked. Would you like to open it?
Investigate the door.
I mean, roll an investigation check.
Okay.
I'm making me very paranoid at this point, guys.
I just saw the face
Well,
that
they've
Brian
been
made.
trapped every time we've rolled investigation so far.
That's not strictly true.
That is going to be a 21.
I would like to jump.
It's a what?
21.
21?
It is, in fact, a door. There is nothing special about the door. It is just a door.
Is it locked?
Oh, she's being awfully insistent that there's nothing special about this door. I think this door might be the key to everything.
Is it also named Cecilia?
But
I've
is it,
poked the door with my quarterstaff.
sorry.
This is Cecil, Cecilia's husband, and he is, in fact, a heartbroken door.
Is
I
it-
killed
don't
his wife.
know how he could
Is
possibly
he
have
a
seen-
jar? From like, he's like, I can't even lock.
He's no longer a door. He is, in fact, now a jar.
So push the door open.
Okay. And I'll tell you what's on the other side in 15 minutes or so, because I think it's probably time for a break.
Cool.
Yay!
I need to go get myself a cold drink.
I need to go and kiss my poorly wife.
Oh.
I need to go lie down and de-stress somewhere.
I'm gonna spend the entire break thinking about what other checks we can perform to determine what this door's up to.
Good
It's a very
plan.
shady door.
Good plan.
It's just
I'm gonna do the
Cecil.
same
He's
thing.
just mourning his wife. Look what you've done to him. This is a sad
Fine.
door.
I wonder if I've got any spells that we can use on the door.
It hangs limply on its hinges, looking depressed, swaying gently in a non-existent breeze.
Cast
Sobbing.
blindness, deafness on the door, I guess.
It's making a weird crying sound as you open it on the hinges.
So we will be back in 10 to 15 minutes.
Yeah. See you in a minute.
See you in a bit.
Bye.
We're back.
Yay! Hello again, everyone. Slightly over the 15 minutes, but we were gossiping. So,
Also, I was
Sorry.
pooping.
well, that too, but I wasn't going to say that. I thought I'd just go with gossiping, but since we're there now, yeah, that's fine. So, as a group, you are progressing through the completely nondescript, non-interesting door into a red room.
I ask questions of the door.
The door
Leaning
does not
close to the
respond.
door, I say, "Tell me your secrets, door."
It squeaks gently as you open it.
What does it mean?
What does any of this mean? I don't know why it's blurry, which is a shame because it's quite a cool little map thing.
Yeah,
But
Yeah, it's coming into focus now.
there you go, it's perfect now.
Yeah.
So you find yourself in a horrible room. There is a smell of decay and rot. There are body parts and full corpses piled around the room. There's no grating to catch the blood, but the blood has soaked into the very sand of the room. So the entire floor is stained red.
Is it sticky?
Oh yeah, it's sticky.
Like
It
the floor
smells
in the
bad.
Duke.
Yeah, like the floor of every pub you went to when you were 17 and pretending to be old enough to drink. Not that anyone does that because that's illegal. It
I
just
lost a shoe in Reds.
yeah,
I
no,
did.
lie. Lost.
I didn't do that. We used to drink in parks like normal teenagers.
well, we had a pub that. Never mind, this isn't relevant. I'll tell you later. There is torture equipment in the room. It is generally the worst room you've ever seen in your life, and you notice. Well, actually, roll an investigation check, all of you.
20.
Nice.
16.
I'm using different dice and it's still terrible.
It wasn't that high a DC, but unfortunately, M has still failed. But you two notice that every corpse has blackened, soulless eyes. And you can surmise that this is because their souls were ripped out.
And in that other room.
And in that other room, they're in jars. Yeah,
Okay.
very much so. At
Hey,
the end,
want to put the souls back in these people?
I don't think that's be a good idea.
I do
Why?
not
they're
think.
rotting.
I do not think it will work.
They're not exactly fresh anymore.
I think perhaps if we found a way to put souls back in bodies, we would have zombies instead of skeletons.
As you say, they're not exactly fresh anymore. A finger falls off a nearby corpse with a small plop.
Maybe the zombies would help us.
As
This is not fun.
Ada is walking around the room and just sort of like investigating things like briefly with their eye, like sweeping over with their glance. They're just plucking at their loot to zombie by the gooseberries.
Cranberries.
I know.
Oh,
but I'm making
right,
it
right. You're doing a
mean.
D&D thing. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Zombie by the gooseberries.
I'm too stupid.
cranberries.
I'm too stupid.
I was about to say fantastic. Yes, yes. And you were like,
I want to kill myself.
you made it even better by being that confused.
Cheeseoid kill self.
Why Cheeseoid exist?
Greg and Bri, you do notice that at the other end of the room is another door.
The plot thickens.
The thick pottons.
Perhaps we just make way through straight. Do not dilly-dally.
None of you are straight.
Yeah, I don't.
Larry is straight. He's my first straight D&D character.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Like, from the description you gave us, it was going to be a queer character, but okay.
It was, yeah. But I decided he was straight because, you know, it's a one-shot. Why not play a really... the most out there character that I can?
The most unlike yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you do?
Gonna make my way through the room.
Gonna, like, tiptoe over to the other side of the room because as much as Bada loves all things macabre, Sticky is not something Bada enjoys.
Can you please all make a Constitution saving throw as you're walking through.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh.
I
Natural
don't know what my
one.
con is. Let's see. Oh no. Oh, my con is +4. Nice.
I rolled a 19.
I got a 13.
Okay. Right, what's your character called?
Tuath
Sorry, what
Resh.
was?
The former Tuath.
Tuath
No.
Resh. I do
As you get-
have backups, by the way. You don't have to pull your
It's okay.
punches. I've got.
He's got 4 Hexblade Warlocks waiting in the ring.
It is nothing that exciting. As Tuath gets halfway through the room, the smell overwhelms you, and you turn around and throw up on the floor.
Excellent.
Very graceful.
That's a very graceful chunder.
Yeah, it's
the already
it's just
decrepit floor.
the smell fully gets to you. You just can't take it anymore. The smell of decay is so upsetting that it just sets off your gag reflex.
Millie,
Yeah.
there is something I would like to do while we're making our way through this room, actually.
Sure.
So, because I'm a Circle of Spores druid, I've got like mushrooms growing on my cloak and on my skin and stuff. I'm just gonna like gently sprinkle some of my spores over all these corpses so that they'll take root and mushrooms will grow in them. The fungal cycle of life will continue in here.
That's fine. It's a very sweet
I
thought, actually. I like it a lot.
I want to be endeared by it, but I am still disgusted.
Yeah, well, that actually makes sense. So the smell of decay does not bother Larry at all. It's actually quite familiar, that sort of rotting smell. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
You do just pass these spores over to begin to take root and start speed up the process of rot a little bit faster.
Yeah.
Decomposition. Thank you. I really appreciate that because I could not think of it.
I could tell you were reaching for it.
Speed up the rate of breaking down the things they do.
Yeah.
Bada bing. It's still revolting, but you manage to hold it together to get through the room.
Hey, does seeing me do that thing give bad a disadvantage on their con save?
No, it doesn't bother them particularly. It's gross and it stinks, but it's not.
But not badder.
Right.
Exactly. It is not the end of the world. They're actually more grossed out by the sight of Bry's character, whose name I can't pronounce,
Resh.
throwing up.
Resh.
Throwing up into what appears to be a pile of bones.
Nice.
Classy.
Respectful.
But eventually you reach the other door. You're still both holding your nose and trying to keep yourselves together while Larry skips gently through the room, sticking gently to the floor as he goes.
Through the corpses.
But you get to the door on the other side. It's a door very similar to all the others, but it appears to have some sort of rubber seal around the outside edge.
Arf, arf, arf.
Yeah, it's got a seal in it. Orf. Leave it alone, please.
Okay.
I start singing "Kiss from a Rose."
Roll an investigation check.
Yes, go for it. I feel like you're instructing people. That's my job. Roll an investigation check.
16.
16? Yeah, it is just a door. You surmise that perhaps the seal could be for keeping the smell on this side of the door. To stop it getting into whatever's beyond.
Excellent.
Not unreasonable.
I'm guessing that something exists past this door that doesn't want to smell this.
Is the door locked?
Nope, the door's not locked.
Walk through the door.
This person, whoever lives here, put up so many traps, but then didn't lock a single door,
Weird.
except the one in the death corridor.
To be fair, that only locked after you triggered the trap.
You're not here.
No, but I'm telling you, just in case you remember.
His intelligence score doesn't allow that piece of information to come through from his subconscious.
Right, it was a locked door.
Hey, my intelligence is 12. That is above average.
This. Do you open the door?
Yeah.
On the other side of the door, quite incongruously actually, you can see a room full of books and notes. Reg, can you
I
switch
throw
into
up.
the library? You throw up. Books!
Disgusting.
Disgusting. Notes. books, paper. I put so much effort into making this pretty, and it's there for like a second. It's just there to be gross.
Aw.
And unfortunately, I did them in the wrong order. So now he's got to put the library out, even though I'd already put everything out on it.
I think it was a good room. It gave me it gave us an opportunity for a little bit of Larry's character to come through.
Yeah.
In fact, not every room in a place can be filled with interesting things. That's weird.
I think it was interesting. There were corpses.
But yeah, it was very
If you
interesting.
walked into a room in someone's house and it was filled with corpses, you know you might not be pleased, but you wouldn't describe it as boring.
That's true.
You guys just wait until I have somewhere I can decorate properly. It's gonna be Halloween every day.
Yeah. I imagine there will be a lot of corpses, but hopefully they'll be at least somewhat taxidermied.
Every time I walk through the door, we'll hear, "Let the bodies hit the floor."
As sang by the Lounge Kittens.
Much more cheerful. I like it.
Or the alternative perspective on the same event, Raining Men.
That's I always wondered about that. It does seem very impractical.
Yeah,
Just
just two people who are in the same place. The writers of those two songs. They just
Yeah.
have very different views of it.
That's brilliant, and I love that. And now that's going to stick with me forever. Okay, you walk in and find a room full of books and notes. You can see that it twists off ahead.
Disgusting.
Okay.
It's all clean in here.
Well, it's still pretty dusty, if I'm honest. But you can see some of the books have been handled recently.
And they're all
Really,
giant cobwebs.
Dusty is very clean for Larry. He grew up in dirt.
Well, true. I've got crisps in my teeth, sorry. So, what do you do?
I'm gonna see at the notes that are sort of strewn out, see if there's anything relevant on them.
Roll an investigation check.
Yeah,
Can I have a look at
I
the...
got a nat 20.
Oh, nice.
That's 22.
Okay, so as the first one in the room, Bada Bing sees a couple of books that have clearly been handled very recently. On picking them up, you find a diary from Zelva himself. It makes note...
Poetry. Sorry.
It's okay. It makes note that the being that the Necromancer has bonded to is known as the Underling. The bond enables the Necromancer to strip the souls from those he kills, as well as being able to conjure a storm that can kill and trap them in a magically sealed area. For example, a cavern. There's also a diary entry that mentions increased proficiency at being able to capture and use the souls he takes. It's clear he's mastered the process and is planning to make an army of the undead.
Oh.
You also learn he has created this cavern for that purpose, and the cavern has an opening above it to a place known as the Soul Cairn, where he can amplify his powers tenfold. With that roll, because it is a natural 20, you also notice another small scroll, half squished under a couple of books.
I read it.
You read it.
Yeah.
So tempted to put a trap on it, but there isn't one. So it'd be a bit unfair at this point. You find another incantation scroll. This one is called Repel Minion. It is continual for so long as it is being recited. Whenever the verses of this incantation are being recited, the minions of the being known as Zelva will be pushed away from the source by 15 feet by a dome barrier of green energy. People and other creatures can move freely through this barrier, and it's possible to swing weapons through at the risk of weakening the strength of the barrier. You can also shoot ranged spells and weapons through the barrier, but only one person can do so at a time, as the faster moving object will cause the barrier to break down. It's possible to hand over the barrier to another party member when that person joins in reciting the incantation, and the original person can then stop reciting. These words hold great power over my minions. Das heut gres so. Zyva, ruler of the undead.
Gonna
Sounds
relay
useful.
that info. Yeah, and gonna put that in my pocket.
I'm starting to think someone should do something about this Selva guy.
Yeah, he sounds like a real grade A jerk.
Well, seeing as we are here,
And
perhaps...
that we have this very handy little spell.
I don't have a problem with undeath. It's part of, it's part of the cycle, but
Don't say
Hang
it's
on,
part
but-
of the cycle of life, because becoming undead is not part of the cycle of life.
Surely that breaks cycle, yes?
I
Yes.
guess we have to agree to disagree. It's the sometimes things are alive, sometimes they're dead. It's okay for them to transition back and forth across that line.
Free, but okay. Let's keep looking here.
But I do think that killing people specifically to turn them into undead things is like not great.
Yeah.
Unless they want to be undead, I guess.
Where it mentioned in the diary about the cabin, like to the entrance, did it like detail where that was?
There's sort of a sketched map within the diary that just shows another cavern beyond this one and not much else. There is a door, at the end of this room as well.
Okay.
You can probably surmise putting 2 and 2 together that the door leads to the cavern beyond.
Yeah, I'm gonna start heading for there then.
However, as you've asked, it was a really good investigation check, and you've got the book in front of you. So, on the cavern sketch, you can see there are 2 exits from the cavern noted. One appears to have 6 dots and a note saying skeleton guards. The other has nothing.
Ooh.
Okay. So, given the sketch, if we were to go through the door that is ahead of us, would that lead us to skeleton guards?
No, when you go out through the door ahead of you, you can see from the sketch there will be 2 paths. One will lead left, which leads you to the wall of skeleton guards. The other is right.
Okay. I vote no skeleton guards. How about you guys?
Agreed.
Previous skeletons were no issue.
For you?
They did not harm you either.
True.
Yeah, but I couldn't hit them.
You want to fight the skeleton guards?
Not alone.
I'll fight
And you
skeleton
go
guards.
right.
Yet,
Larry loves a scrap.
you are right. Let us go the easy way.
We don't know what lies past that, so...
You sound
Just
disappointed,
safety.
Tuathresh.
No, it's fine. I assume bigger fight lay beyond. It's fine.
Maybe the bigger fight leads to a more interesting place since it's being guarded. Maybe we should go that way.
I think they both end up same place, yes?
From what the map says, yeah.
Let's go easy way.
Okay.
If worse is to come, better that we are not little bit harmed from wall of skeleton guard.
That's my thought.
Plus,
Okay.
who wants to see wall of skeleton? Perhaps skeletons have been shaped into strange wall. It's disturbing.
That would be very good home decor for me.
You
but
would
maybe
enjoy.
not for everyone. I would enjoy that.
And
Not
yet you
everyone.
don't like undead things.
Sticky.
Well, perhaps
Yeah.
Bada Bing would not wish her home decor to move or greet you as you enter.
His, I think. His?
Theirs.
Theirs.
Yeah.
My apologies.
It's okay.
I haven't needed to refer to them, so I've just...
No. Yeah, so Bada's gonna go for the door and sort of lightly check it as they go past.
roll an investigation check against the door.
I wish I'd seen that comment earlier, Ian. I would have totally said it.
Easy way to do.
18.
Yeah, it is in fact a door.
It's in fact a door. Right, I'm gonna go through the door.
It opens easily.
And I can't see anything trappy on the other side.
Nope. You can see the 2 paths as described by the book.
Yep.
One leads off to the left, which you can surmise might lead to the wall of skeleton guards. The other leads off to the right.
I'm gonna head towards the one on the right then, with no guards.
Are we trying to be quiet so that the skeleton guards don't hear us anyway, or is it
I
quite?
think sneaky
a long way
would be a terrible idea.
Do you want to roll for stealth?
Let's be quiet.
I'll roll for stealth.
I need to check what my stealth is.
Oh, mine's a
It's
good plus
also
0.
+2.
Do
Plus
I
0 like
have-
most of the things that I have.
Oof.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't done
See
this.
double
Most of
digits.
my things are +2, which is quite fun.
I haven't done this in a while. Disadvantage
stealth
on
with
stealth.
disadvantage. Nice.
Oh,
Ooh, I got a dirty 20.
fuck!
I rolled a 13.
Well, one was a
Are
natural
you noisy
20.
boy?
And the other one?
My chain shirt is like dropping a bag of ball bearings on a tin roof. It's an 8.
Okay,
You did an ace.
Mhm.
an 8. Fab.
I got a dirty 20.
That's 20. Cool. And Greg.
13.
13. So collectively, it's not atrocious. You're all right. So you make your way down this corridor, and ahead of you, you can see a set of stairs going upwards. There's a short patch of corridor between you and the stairs. What would you like to do?
Check for traps, Pookie.
Okay. Roll an investigation check.
Oh, I'd love to.
Go, Larry, go.
Go, Larry! 12. It's a corridor. There's nothing there.
Larry!
Larry!
What does Larry say about traps?
I don't see any. Looks fine. I step forward confidently.
Okay.
Follow confidently.
Yeah. Less confidently, but going to follow.
So you walk through.
Let Larry go first.
I'm walking forward like Wile E. Coyote running into a tunnel painted on a wall.
Mm-hmm.
Waffle, that is lewd.
As you reach the end of the corridor, there is a crack of green light. He looks very comfortable. It's making me laugh. There is a crack of green light just at the base of the stairs. There is... Hang on, I need a different thing for this.
I take it you guys can't hear him.
No,
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 not
we
at all.
can't hear him, but I just see his feet like wriggling around.
He's grumbling at his feet.
You see in front of you, we might need a different map for this. Just at the base of the stairs, a spectre appears in a flash of green light.
A spectre.
A
Phil
spectre.
Spectre?
Just a spectre.
Phil Spectre? I'm going to call him Phil.
You can call him Phil. You can call it whatever you like.
Whether
You
he
named
enjoys
it Tools to
being
see
called
me.
that's another thing.
I suspect he's going to be hostile with whatever we call him.
I've just asked for a battle map, so it's probably a fair.
Well, you also asked for a battle map for the library, in fairness.
I'd set one up, it was pretty.
Yeah.
Also, if I don't set one up, you'd assume nothing was going to happen, so.
That's right. That's right. But it does have the side effect that now you're saying one up, I don't necessarily assume that something's going to happen.
Apart from the spectre at the base of the stairs.
He might be a friendly spectre. Maybe he's Casper the friendly spectre.
Casper, friendly spectre. The friendliest spectre you know.
God, that really... Adding an extra syllable there really ruins the flow of that, doesn't it?
Does.
It's almost as bad as if you really love Christmas, come on and let it snow.
If you really love Christmas.
She's actually using the little board I got her.
Nice.
Such a
It
spoiled
like
cutie.
makes the
Waffle?
window still a little wider.
Sorry, he was pulling at the blanket on the thing. I do not want him to start chewing on that. No, stay there.
Okay. So, crack of green light, a spectre appears in front of you. I would like you all to roll initiative, please.
I love rolling initiative. It's my favourite thing.
Oh, that's true.
Why is Bada so bad at initiative?
21.
I went to pick up the dice so I could read it, and I accidentally unrolled it. I'll just roll it again and take that result. 13!
7.
M7. Oh, wow. Okay. Fine. Bri, you're actually going first.
Excellent. Okay. I am going to rush up to the spectre then and attempt to attack it.
Phil, he has a name.
Does he?
Go for it.
Yeah, Phil Spector.
You didn't even ask him. He could have been super friendly. You don't know. Too late now. Roll to attack then.
Okay, that is going to be a 14.
A 14 doesn't hit. Your sword passes harmlessly to the side as the spectre dodges in front of you, appearing to shimmer in the air.
Okay, hang on. And that was my action. Do I want to take... no, I'm alright. Yeah, okay, that ends my turn.
Cool. Greg, you're up next.
I would like to unmute,
Good idea. Good idea.
and then I will use a bonus action to cast Shillelagh. I will run up, and I will attempt to bonk this spectre
Bonk away, my friend.
with advantage because of pack tactics.
Indeed.
Can I have moved to there instead?
Yeah, fine.
Okay.
There is a moth
But then
above-
what's the point of me using pack tactics if we're just going to flank him anyway?
Because
Hey,
Bada
Millie?
doesn't get pack.
Hey, Melly, does a 12 hit?
It does not.
Okay.
Your shillelagh again passes harmlessly to the side as the spectre shimmers in front of you.
Cool.
You guys were about level... No, you guys were higher than level 3 when you went up against the Spectre in Campaign 1.
It's a slightly...
That's when Forge Bane aged 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
All right. This... The spectre
Forge Bane and Cake, actually.
shimmers with more ferocity.
Oh, is it the Spectre's turn?
It is.
Roll a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, all right, we'll do that first. Con save is 14.
Yep, that passes.
Okay. It shimmers in place, and you feel a wave of psychic energy come towards you. It's a 15 to hit on Greg and Bry.
That hits.
Oh, misses.
Okay, so just Greg, and it does 5 damage
Oh no!
as you feel psychic energy hit you.
Larry's hurt.
Poor baby Larry. Okay.
Hang on.
Mm-hmm.
I was just reading. Give me a second. Okay. How much damage did Larry take?
5.
5. Okay. I'm gonna use my reaction to spend one of my psionic die to cast up a psychic protective field around Larry.
Okay.
Aw.
Second, so I get to roll a d6. D6 plus 1.
Okay.
4 plus 1, 5. You take no damage.
Woo!
Cool. And how
It-
long
it's
does
like
that last?
That is, it's literally just that turn. As a reaction, I can throw up a protective field if someone within 30 feet of me takes damage.
Cool. Okay. Fine. It is your turn.
Okay. Going to cast Chromatic Orb against it.
Go for it. Roll to attack.
Yeah. How do we feel about a 20?
Yeah, it hits.
Okay. 3d8. Let's have a look.
That's a good hit too.
That is 12 damage.
12 damage. What sort of damage? Because it's chromatic orb.
I think for a ghost, I would pick lightning.
Yep.
Question mark?
The lightning passes through the spectral form and it shivers and lets out a low, pained moan. You realise that you have harmed it. Alright, back to the top of the round. Bri, your turn.
I am going to attempt to hit it again.
Hit it!
Because I
Go on
am a
then.
fighter, and that is what I do.
Heck yeah.
Ooh, 23.
I mean, that does hit, yes.
Okay. And a spectre is, I believe, undead.
Yes.
Okay, so that's 2d6 plus 1d8. I'm also going to spend another psionic dice because I've hit it to deal another d6 damage to it.
Okay. So the total damage comes to?
Give me a second. Okay, slashing is going to be 7, 13, 14. Slashing damage is 19 and 3 force damage.
You really were built for this little campaign, little one shot, weren't you? The Spectre lets out an unearthly shriek, and a blast of psychic energy radiates out from it. Can you all please roll a Constitution saving throw?
Okay. Ooh. Natural 1?
Cool. You do not make the save.
Mine is 17.
Indeed. Saves. Greg?
I rolled a 4. Sorry, I was muted.
It's okay. So you and I both take 3 damage, not much, as the Spectre disappears in a flash of light.
Okay. So how much
Okay.
damage was that, sorry?
3
3.
Is that the end of the encounter, or is it just like...
is. You are out of initiative. It has
Okay.
died.
Oh, it died!
Excellent.
Well,
Like
it
now
has.
it's dead.
It has vanished. You could assume it might be dead. So,
So,
you are now at the bottom of the stairs. All is quiet around you. It might theoretically be a nice place to take a short rest if that was something you wanted to do before progressing further up.
I think so.
I would take a short rest.
Gonna meditate a whittle.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind a rest.
Smart people. Take your rest.
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's really traditional D&D. We've had like 3 encounters and then we're taking a short rest. As opposed to the way that people usually play D&D, which is 1 encounter, short rest, 2nd encounter, long rest.
This is why it's traditional D&D with the dungeon crawl. I made it as traditional as I could.
We've been up for 2 hours, time to hit the hay. I will roll 1.
Oh my
Well, I'll
God,
roll
this
2
would be
of my hit dice.
For anyone interested, that was a Necrospectre.
It was Phil. It was Phil Spectre.
Phil Spectre. Also, all of the trap rooms that you encountered in this cavern, all of them had a kill switch and none of you found it.
All of the what's had a kill switch?
All of the trap rooms, they had a kill switch where you could have just turned off the traps.
I was looking for the one in the corridor.
You did look for it. You absolutely did. But if I remember rightly, you completely messed up the roll.
Yeah, you're not wrong there, Mill. I did do that. I will remind you that my highest ability modifier is a +2.
Absolutely.
Okie doke.
Right, we're going to, at the end of the short rest, we are moving on to the caldera. So many maps. I had fun setting these up today.
Yeah,
With Bry's help.
we can
He turn on the fire!
Fire!
If he doesn't turn on the fire, I'm going to be so disappointed. I'm sending him back. Look how pretty.
Oh, he didn't turn the fire on.
You didn't, and I don't know what the weird clear thing is to the left. It looks like a clear Pringle.
Does look like a clear Pringle.
It really does. I
Oh,
did tell.
Daniel.
He heard me.
Good boy.
What is the clear Pringle? I need to know.
His birthday. It's basically his birthday candle now. That is my
Happy
headcanon for this place.
birthday to you.
You know, take
We can
candle.
do that when he comes back because he can't hear us right now.
I got him weird presents this year. I took him out to dinner and then ran D&D. That was it.
I think those are both good presents.
I need to know what
Weird
the clear Pringle is.
now gone. Can we sing him happy birthday to the candle when
We
he
can
comes
do.
back?
You definitely can at the end of the short rest. Technically, you're not actually there yet, but it's fine. He can't put his headphones back on, he's lost them.
You start us off, Mill.
Okay.
Now that you have a birthday candle, we're going to sing you happy birthday.
It's going to be terrible.
Hang on, it's
A
not.
three.
It's not on screen yet. So the short rest ends. Or have you done
Wait,
this
we're
bit?
not going straight there yet, so it's okay. But you can put it on screen for the happy birthday bit and then take it off again.
This is going to be terrible. There's so much latency. Okay.
Awful. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to
you. Happy birthday, dear Bri. Happy birthday to you. Yay! I've lost my
I
pen.
have an idea for a homebrew spell. It's quite
Is
low
it
level.
cacophony?
It's quite low level, but there has to be more than one bard in the party. If there is, you can both cast a spell called Discordant Cacophony.
Yeah.
It does 3d10 psychic damage.
Did you enjoy your birthday? You haven't blown out your candle, bro.
I'd have to get
Leave
back.
my candle alone.
Okay.
No,
You
just
know,
blow
take
it
candle.
fine.
Hang on.
Okay.
We're
We've
still
already
on.
had some audio terror.
I dropped my pen halfway through Happy Birthday, and it evaporated, as far as I can tell. So I no longer have a pen, which is a problem. So bear with me.
All of these combats are being brought to you on the amazing battle mats created by Loki Battle Mats. Please check them out over at lokibattlemats.com, or if you want to download some examples for free, search Loki Battle Mats on DriveThruRPG, and they have very many awesome battle mats available there as a pay what you want transaction. Over on DriveThruRPG, the ones that they have as pay what you want are well worth it anyway. But please check them out if you can.
It was never seen again. I don't know what happened to it, but I managed to find a red pen in the bottom of my work bag, so we'll work with it. Sorry. Right. So, do you go up the stairs to the top?
Yes, I wonder what's up there.
Right. You exit the musty cavern and find yourselves in front of an unholy scene of terror. The sky is pulsing with the same storm, with green lightning, and far in front of you there is a shrine built into the mountain. Monoliths 20 feet tall adorn the edges in a circle around a depression in the rock. At the centre of the bowl stands the Necromancer, 8 feet tall. Alright, he is larger than I thought. 8 feet tall and bursting with magical energy as he builds up his power. Green lightning arcs across his body, and his eyes glow with an ethereal green light. He and the bowl are surrounded by a green dome, arcing with the same energy that's coursing through the Necromancer. Around the dome stands 9 towers, 4 of which have hideous dark figures perched atop, channeling their energy into the dome. Between you and the dome, there are countless tiny forms, which is why there's no map for this bit. There are countless tiny forms. Skeletal in appearance, they are 3 foot tall and move in rapid bursts of motion. Their eyes glow green, and as soon as you set foot on the ground outside the cavern, a sea of glowing green eyes lock on the party, before a deep, booming voice commands, "Bring me their souls."
Okay.
Awesome.
What do you do?
But I need my soul.
Alright, so who's there? Just the...
That boy.
Between you and the Necromancer, so there's no point putting the backing map on for this bit,
Okay.
there is hundreds of small skeletal forms, about 3 foot in height, glowing green eyes, all standing between you and the Necromancer. As you walk up to the top of the stairs, they all turn and look at you. They know you're there.
Okay.
I would like to remind you at this point, in fact, make an intelligence check.
Hey, someone should start reading that scroll.
Yeah, I was gonna.
I haven't forgotten, Mill.
Okay, good.
No, none of us have forgotten.
You all looked a bit confused, so I was like, maybe I should,
No.
I don't know.
I was. My first thing was, I get the scroll out and start reading it.
Okay. As you start reading the scroll, there is a green dome of energy around you, stretching out to 15 feet. It's a green energy barrier, and it pushes the little skeletons away from you. They are called skelets. I'm just telling you that for my reference, so I don't have to keep saying skeletons.
Yeah, they're about this high.
You're faced with a horde of skeletons. They're small, fast creatures, and they will leap and grapple. Now, bear with me.
All I can think about is that bit in Una's Arnis where he forgot how to say skillet.
Skillet. Yeah, it's a skillet. Do you want to start walking across towards the Necromancer?
Does the dome move with us? Yeah.
It does. As long as you're reading from the incantation scroll continuously, it will move with you.
So who wants to read from the scroll?
I'll do it to start since I was
Listen.
holding it anyway.
This is a really super fucking vulnerable moment for me. Don't laugh. Larry can't read.
That's a problem.
What up? I'm Larry. I'm 4 years old and I never fucking learned how to read.
Years? Christ, you're ancient for a kobold.
It's the mushroom diet. I'm telling you, it's good shit.
As you make your way through the first 20 feet, I'd like you to roll for initiative.
Okay.
You get 2 digits.
Yeah.
Got 2 digits.
What are the 2 digits, though? Is the first one 0?
No, it's a 1 and a 0.
Minimum
So I
2.
have 12.
Nice.
19, Will.
19?
I got 17.
I still go last.
We've been in the same order literally every encounter.
Yeah, it's been Fry, Greg, then me.
And you add something to your initiative. Mine's +0.
Just bad luck, I guess. So, that's fine. I've just put yours down as 0. Moving on. As you make it, so it's 50 feet between you and the dome up ahead. You can move 30 feet per round, as normal, as long as you are reading. However, you can actually only move 20 feet because you are moving through this crowd of skeletons, allowing the magic to push them out of the way as you go. It takes time. Okay?
Yeah.
So it's going to take you, you estimate, about 18 seconds to walk across it reasonably. Okay?
So,
However, within the first 20 feet, a small group of 2 skeletons break through the incantation and run towards you to attack.
oh, rude.
I know. The first one, and again, this is going to have to be Theatre of the Mind because I don't have a map for this, so you're going to have to deal with it, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
The first one runs towards Bry's character. Couldn't you choose a name I can actually pronounce?
Resh.
Resh. Cool, thanks. Runs towards Resh with its little claws raised, 3 foot high, little tiny skeleton thing. I imagine it with a really big head. I don't know why. I just picture
Like
that guy.
toddlers with a
Exactly.
giant head.
Creepy as fuck, right? So roll to attack. So that is a 13 to hit.
No, it doesn't hit.
Doesn't hit you. Okay. It is going to attempt to grapple you, obviously. If it can't hit you, it'll attempt to grapple immediately afterwards. Please make a strength check as a contested grapple check.
That is a 23.
Yeah, this thing attempts to grab onto your arm, but you break free. And as it drops back to the ground, the spell takes effect and pushes the skeleton back out to the edge of the ring.
Awesome.
The second one is going to go for Larry.
No, not Larry.
It's going to make an attempt to hit. Luckily, I am rolling abominably. You'll be pleased to know it's a 10 to hit.
That doesn't even hit Larry.
Fantastic. Can you please make a strength check?
I love making strength checks. Larry's 6 feet tall and super strong. I rolled a 5, but I do add 0 to that, so pretty good, I think.
You rolled a what?
A 5. Plus
You-
0, though.
You are grappled and unable to proceed with the group until someone helps you
No!
free yourself.
Not Larry!
It is the start of the next round. Unfortunately, your initiative is irrelevant as long as you want to continue reading the incantation.
Yeah.
You can't stop, because if
Yeah.
you do, the dome will drop. So back to the top of the round, and you are now a substantial feet through. I don't know why I rolled that dice. That's the wrong dice. We ignore that dice. This time, 2 more skeletons break in from the edge. This time, both are running towards Bry, or Resh.
Okay.
First one to hit. I'm using a different dice because that one. No, these are both very shoddy.
Is it going to come within 10 feet of me, this thing?
Yes.
Okay, make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Con save. Ooh, that's really bad. Good. Sorry,
Bad for them, good for us.
I got really excited. The con's actually -3 as well, so it rolled a 1.
Okay, cool. That is 2 necrotic damage as I react and send out a cloud of spores to it.
Yeah, weirdly, it only takes 1, as I'm sure you can
It's
imagine.
resistant to necrotic damage?
It is undead.
Gross.
It looks mildly perturbed, and then attempts to hit Bry with its little claws. And this time, it is an 18 to hit.
An 18 does hit.
It does 2 necrotic damage to you.
Okay.
Oh no, I'm sorry. It's 2 slashing damage with
2
its little
slashing
claws.
damage, yeah?
Yes,
Okay.
with its little claws. It is then going to attempt to grab you.
I am mortally wounded.
But yeah, you are. It's going to attempt to grab you as
That's
a
not what
contested.
sepsis sounded like at all.
It was to
Can you-
everyone else.
It was exactly what sepsis sounded like.
Roll a strength check.
A strength check, okay.
It rolled real high, guys.
Yeah, 21.
Yeah, it rolled a 1. It is pushed out towards the edge of the circle. The other one is going to do the same. It sees its friend has Resh in its grasp.
Okay.
So it's going to attempt to hit you and fail, I would imagine. 12 to hit.
Oh, misses.
Okay, strength check.
Dirty 20.
14. It's pushed out to the edge of the circle. There is still the one, however, remaining on your buddy, on Larry. So, Bri, it is your turn.
Okay. I am going to... I'm going to use a bonus action to regain a point of psionic energy and use that point of psionic energy to launch... How far away would you say the Necromancer is from us now?
Now, maybe 20 feet away?
Cool.
Well, no, hang on. Let me do maths. 20 foot tall. No, he's about 50 feet away from you. 10 feet to the edge of the dome.
Okay. I'm just going to launch the skeleton then with my telekinetic movement 30 feet up in the air.
The skeleton looks alarmed. It does not look exceptionally hurt when it lands, but it is pushed back by the spell then to the edge.
Why doesn't it look hurt?
I'll tell you afterwards, because if I tell you now, it would be sad. Don't ruin my game, damn it. I'm having fun trying to murder you all.
Should take 3d6 bludgeoning damage from hitting the floor.
It should. And it does look like it's taken some damage, but it's done very little to the skeleton.
Okay.
It doesn't matter what you roll.
But there's not a skeleton grappling Larry anymore.
There is not. Larry is free to move around and follow the dome.
Cool.
This is the best day of Larry's life.
I kind of love Larry, I've got to say. I always love Greg's characters. The best day of Larry's life, Larry is happy.
I'm sorry. I always make such weird fucking characters.
You do, but I genuinely love it. So, you make it to the edge of the dome, because 20, 40. So, during the next round, halfway through it, you make it to the edge of the dome. The skeletons that were just pushing in are pushed back by the edge of the Necromancer's dome and held at bay. You are now inside the Necromancer's lair at the centre. What you notice immediately on entering, though, is that the Necromancer is ignoring you. He's looking away. He does not deem you to be any kind of a threat. However, the 4 crouching dark creatures on top of the towers around the edge...
Are they tigers? Please tell me they're crouching tigers.
No, they're hidden dragons.
Oh.
That's
good, I'm
Said
friends
there would
with
be no dragons.
They turn their attention to you. They are on top of the marked pedestals, and they are feeding energy into the death shield directly around the Necromancer, preventing you from getting any closer to him. You are inside the overall dome. The skeletons can't reach you, but you also cannot reach the Necromancer at this point.
What are the
Sounds like you need to kill these crouching figures.
Yeah. What are the creatures on top of the pillars?
Roll a nature check.
Natural 20.
Okay. They appear to be ghouls. You've heard of such creatures acting as slaves to necromancers? Particularly with the sword you've got. Fair, it makes sense. Sorry, Anne?
I said Bry's debating if he has ghoul figurines now.
I do.
Yes.
Yeah, he got all his undead out for me earlier. He knew.
Yeah.
The issue with these particular ghouls, of course, is that they are 20 feet in the air.
That is an issue.
It has a note here saying, if you want to add another layer of difficulty, you can put a timer in here to make this section more urgent. I think that seems harsh, personally.
Pretty harsh for a level 3.
Okay.
I don't mind if you want to do that.
Cool.
Okay.
So, let's attack the things on top of the pillars.
How are you going to attack them? They're 20 feet in the air. Roll for initiative.
Cool.
Again. It's technically a separate fight. I'm trying to give Em a chance to move up the ranks, if I'm entirely honest.
Okay.
From my DM's perspective, are you planning to attack all 4 or one at a time?
I'm gonna go for 1.
Okay. It's an important distinction, and I needed to know.
Okay. My initiative is 13.
13? Okay. Greg?
Sorry, 14.
Okay. Hey, Greg goes first. Nice. Em?
What was I rolling? Sorry, I was reading.
Initiative.
Another initiative, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. I rolled a 6, so 10. No, not 10. 8.
8. It's good. It's still last, but it's good. Okay. Greg, you're first.
Yay! Larry! I am going to... How tall are these pillars, incidentally?
20 feet.
20
Put
feet.
the map up.
Yes. My apologies. Yes, please. That would be really helpful at this point. I've got a small dog and I'm very happy right now. I'm getting cooches.
Nice. I am going to use one of my wild shapes to use the Circle of Spores feature, Symbiotic Entity. I'm going to read this out for you because I like this a lot. You can use Wild Shape to awaken the spores that infuse you. You gain 12 temp hit points and roll double damage for your Halo of Spores and deal 1d6 additional necrotic damage when you hit with a melee weapon attack. These all last for 10 minutes or until you lose these temporary hit points. But basically, you become like a big fungal person.
Okay.
So you've turned into a
I
myconiid.
remember this from,
Yeah.
can't remember her first name, but Moonshine.
Yeah, Moonshine Tybin, Emily Axford from her None of a D&D. Yeah, I wanted to play one since watching that. Yeah, I like it. You see you see Larry, sort of the little mushrooms that grow all over his cloak and his skin start to like spread, and he like from his head like a large like what's the word, sort of cap of like the top of a mushroom spreads out like
What
a wide
color?
brimmed hat.
You're Toad
It's
from Mario.
all of the bits of like all of the mushroomy bits on Larry are purple, and Larry's like actual skin is brown.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very gross, and Larry becomes this shambling mushroom person.
Mound.
So that's my action to do that. So I guess as a bonus action, I'll cast Shillelagh.
Okay.
Why not? I guess. So my staff becomes a magic weapon and all of that shite. And then I guess I'll go and shamble over to one of these pillars.
You can shamble over towards one, yes?
Shamble over to one of these pillars. I can't actually do anything to it, but I'll stand near, let's say, the one to the right of us.
One to the right.
The one closest to Larry, since Bride doesn't know left and right.
Okay. The ghoul stares down at you relatively impassively. It's still focused on its task currently.
Okay.
It is Bry's turn, but he's talking to Anya about a key. There we go.
A key.
Bry, your turn.
Sorry, where did Greg go?
Larry.
Just to the one to the
Larry
right.
go?
Just to the one to the right. Yep.
Why don't I know my left from my right?
Earlier when you said it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Where you said you were killing the one on your left, but you killed the one on the right. It's fine.
I thought I said right. I apologize.
You probably said both at different points.
Yeah.
It's very easily done. Are you going to do anything to it? It's your turn.
Okay, I am going to. Bum, ba, bum, bum, bum.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba.
So where we are, how far away are we from the edge of this protective dome that we've come in through?
So the protective dome stretches about 5 feet behind you in a full circle. So 5 feet back from where you are 5 feet inside it. That's a much better way to word that. Good English, yes.
Cool. I'm going to spend a
Good England.
dice of. I'm going to use an action then. Spend a dice of psionic energy. I'm going to grab the ghoul. That is to my left.
Uh-oh. Okay.
On the pillar nearest Bada Bing.
Yep.
And I'm going to yank it and throw it back through the protective barrier, so it's outside the barrier.
How far do you throw it?
30 feet.
Okay, so in an arc from where you are, it would put it about 15 feet outside the barrier, give or take, I think. I think that's reasonable.
It needs to roll a strength check. Strength saving throw.
Oh, what if it passes?
Then it doesn't move.
Okay. I rolled a 16. What's its strength? 17?
Yeah, it passes.
Nice try.
Okay. And I am going to use my movement then to move closer to the pillar.
Okay. So far this round, we're fully hovering around the pillars.
Okay. And that ends my turn.
Hey, bada bing. Right, can you go and grab those batteries and swap it out, please?
Can
Sorry.
you grab...
Bada Bing is currently just continuing the chant because everything
Purple batteries.
that Bada Bing can do other than like physically swiping at something includes a verbal component. So
Okay, that's fair.
yeah.
You don't need to continue chanting. The skeletons are blocked outside the barrier. Not your barrier, they're blocked outside the Necromancer's barrier.
Oh, I see. I thought we still needed to. Never mind then. I will use Tasha's Mind Whip on the nearest thing to me.
The one to your left, yeah? Fine. Go for it.
I love
Cool.
any
So-
spell with Tasha's in front of it.
Yeah. Yeah, Tasha's Mind Whip. So I physically lash out at it. needs to make an intelligence saving throw.
A ghoul needs to make an intelligence saving throw. I gotta say, that's sounding real good. What's the effect of Tasha's Mind Whip?
So, on a failed save, the target takes 3d6 of psychic damage, and it can't take a reaction until the end of its next turn.
Fine, it's 12. It's a 12.
12. So where do I see...
Almost definitely fails at your level.
My level?
It would pass against Larry.
Under spells.
Oh,
at the
apparently
top.
just saves.
Is your DC 12?
My intelligence DC is 11, apparently.
No, your
that's-
under spells
Your
at the
spell
top of
save
the,
DC.
at the top of the spells list, you'll see a spell
Yeah, it says
save
save
DC.
DC 11.
Oh shit!
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
The ghoul looks at you in mild scorn and continues to sit on its pillar, feeding energy into the death shield of the Necromancer. Greg.
I am going to try and attack this
It takes
pillar with
half
my.
as much damage on a successful save, sorry.
It takes half damage. Yeah, hit it. Cool.
So 3d8 I need.
That's important
3d6,
information.
sorry. So it's 13, so 6 damage or 7 damage? I don't know, whichever.
I don't know. Bri, tell me.
Rounded down, so 6.
Yeah, so 6.
Damage.
And that's psychic damage.
It also, that's fine, it also falls off its pillar to the ground.
Is this the
And
one
faces.
nearest to me and Badabing?
Yes, yeah. It falls off its, well, it doesn't fall off, it steps off its pillar and jumps down to the ground to face you.
Oh no.
Okay.
You've pissed it off.
Oh no.
Okay. That was Greg. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to. I'm going to cast Thunder Wave
At the one to the right.
at the sort of targeting the pillar.
Okay, cool.
It's a 15-foot cube, so it doesn't actually reach the ghoul. I'm trying to shake the pillar so hard that the ghoul falls down.
It may well work. Let's see.
So basically, it says each creature in a 15-foot cube must make a con saving throw. On a failed save, a creature takes 2d8 thunder damage.
I think it
but,
just
like,
takes the damage. It's a.
I was going to say it's a pillar, so I don't know how you want to handle that.
It can't save it. It's a pillar.
Yeah. So I roll 2d8 of thunder damage, and that's 8.
Okay, 8 to the pillar. The pillar does shake. The ghoul. Well, let's see. Let's roll a dex save for it, shall we? Okay, it fails its dex save. It is shaken and falls to the side, taking 2d6 bludgeoning damage as it falls.
Fuck yeah!
I think that's only fair, isn't it?
Yes.
So it is now facing you to the right, but it is prone.
Cool.
So good job.
Thank you. I liked it. Let me see. Do I have any? Do I have any bonus actions I can do? Nope, not really.
You did cast your shillelagh, didn't you?
I cast. You cast Shillelagh, and then it lasts for a minute.
Oh, it's not. So
No,
that was in
no.
the previous encounter, and then
Yeah. You don't. I cast Shillelagh last turn.
Right.
So it's still cast. It remains cast.
right. Okay, you can't then cast it again. It doesn't get a movement on its bonus action to hit them. Or I suppose if it's a cantrip, probably not. Okay.
No.
Uh,
It's so the Shillelagh you cast on the weapon. So like you cast it on a club or quarterstaff, and it becomes a magic weapon for a period of time.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Fine. In which case, what would you like to do? The ghoul is now in front of you.
Yeah, it's in better range of me at the moment.
It looks
So,
pissed,
Yeah, I'd imagine it is.
but it's also missing half its jaw, so it's pissed but drippy.
Trippy.
Don't I go before him?
No, because we've. Yes, you do. I'm lying. Yes. Yep, it is in fact your turn. I know how to do stuff.
Okay, I've done it. many, many, many times
Yeah.
for the past like 3.5 years of us playing together. Okay, so I am gonna do what fighters do,
I'm going to eat it.
pretty much.
I forgot it was off the pillar. Yes.
Is it flanked?
Yeah. Give or take.
Yeah, that's a 20.
I mean, yeah, it hits.
Okay, so 2d6. And okay, it is going to take so 3, 8, 13. It's gonna take 18 points of slashing damage
The
from the
ghoul
greatsword.
is offended.
Offended.
The ghoul takes the hit and with a shuddering groan falls to your feet. Dead. The magic energy feeding into the necromancer's shield fades away. Okay, one down.
Can I move?
Yes, you've still got your movement.
I'm going to run up to the necromancer.
Very welcome to. You battered my necromancer.
Yeah.
Leave him alone, you big bully.
I'm about to. Okay, cool. That ends my go.
Excellent. Okay. Now it's Em's turn. Sorry, Em.
Yes.
Okay. I was going to cast.
That one's dead, so you're going to want to do the one on
the next closest one.
the one that Greg's fighting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna do Witch Bolt, which.
Which bolt? Which?
Which bolt?
Clicked
Which
the wrong
bolt? Which
thing
bolt?
on.
What bolt?
Right.
One bolt?
So that would be 17. Oh, hi, Mochi. +3. So yeah, dirty 20 to hit.
Yeah, it hits.
Okay. And then that is 1d12 damage.
Nice.
And that is an 11.
11 damage. The ghoul is very hurt, but is still standing.
Okay.
Would you say he's better than he's ever been?
No. In fact, he's probably worse than he's ever been in his undeath.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's the end of my go.
But there's a line of energy now, so you can automatically hit him for the duration of the spell.
Yeah.
Well, the ghoul is going to attempt to hit. I mean, the only character in front of it is going to attempt to hit Larry. Sorry, Larry.
Oh, sorry, it started its turn in my thing. It needs to roll a con save.
Right, con save. That was a cock dice. It was a cock. That is con save 5.
That doesn't pass. He gets double damage because I'm in my my symbiotic entity form. 6 necrotic damage.
The ghoul crumbles into a heap at your feet, and its energy feeding the death shield fades away.
Larry!
Nice. On, yeah?
Go on, Larry.
Bolt is
Gone.
Unfortunately, sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
yeah. It's not one of those spells you can move on to a different one while it's active, unfortunately.
That's cool.
Fine. It is now
The necromancer.
Greg's turn.
Excellent. So, are we now able to move into where the necromancer is then?
Well, the death shield for the necromancer himself just covers him. So you can move into it. You can move up to him.
Right,
Absolutely. Very welcome to do so.
but we can't actually attack him because he's shielded.
I haven't said that. I've just said he's got some sort of shield around him. It's called the death shield.
Okay, I think Larry's gonna target gonna prioritize these ghouls.
I mean, logically, there are still ghouls feeding energy into the shield shimmering around him.
Yeah. So Larry will shamble
Shamble. I just love Larry.
over to the pillar directly ahead of the one he's at.
Mm-hmm.
And now, do I cast Thunder Wave again? Yes. I'm going to cast Thunder Wave again at the pillar because it worked so well last time. And Larry is very much a if it don't broke, don't fix it, but only by growing more spores on it kind of guy. That is 9 thunder damage to the pillar.
Okay, it shakes. The ghoul falls. I'm going to make a dex save. This time he scored 19, 20. So he lands on his feet in front of you, looking pissed.
Larry!
Larry?
Larry be in a pickle. Okay, it is now Bry's go.
Okay. I'm going to attempt to hit the Necromancer.
Do it. Roll to hit.
Okay.
This is going to kill you.
Natural 1.
Natural 1, so you fail to hit him, and you take 5 damage.
Ooh.
The attack bounces back at you, and you cut yourself with your own sword.
Ouch.
Because you were trying to hit him, so.
Okay.
You'd say he had a shield on.
It's fine.
I was very clear about this.
I'm a fighter. We're not blessed with,
With thinks.
high IQ.
Okay, any bonus action? Try
Um,
and hit him again if you like. Superhero pose ghoul, absolutely.
yeah, I'm going to action surge. And I'm going to attempt to hit him again.
Very weird choice. I'm into it. Do it.
See if I can get through the shield.
Mhm.
Nat 20.
You fail to go through the shield.
Okay. So it's just like a no damage shield. It's not a shield you can pass through if you roll high enough. Then okay.
And you take 6 damage.
Cool.
As your own sword.
Should it be double because he rolled a nat 20?
Honestly, I'm tempted, but no, it is just one.
I had to say that.
I'm gonna use my bonus action then, because action surge is not a bonus action. I'm gonna use my bonus action to do second wind.
You can try again.
No, I'm gonna regain 9 hit points.
Good choice.
There we go. Cool. Okay, that's the end of my go.
Yeah, I think that was a choice. Okay. Fine. That was Bry's turn. What you doing? Apart from playing with the cat.
I'm trying to get her to not jump on my shelves. I would like to hit the remaining boy with a chromatic orb.
Okay, you try and hit the one up on his.
So, we have 21 to hit.
It does in fact hit the left-hand ghoul. How much damage do you do?
I do 12 damage.
12 damage, very good.
And that's going to be, let's say, acid damage, because that seems like it would hurt a ghoul.
It does. He's very offended.
Yeah.
He takes the damage. And he has fallen off his pedestal to the side.
Which doggo
What is that sound?
That's Bucky whining.
Let's go out.
Oh no.
Sorry, I can't do anything about it.
No, it's just,
So I'm just going to stop my cat from toppling.
The back door should be open, I think.
Oh, that's fine.
He's just an idiot. Or he's decided he's out of food. I'm not sure. So, the ghoul on the left teleports directly in front of M's character, but M's not here.
Got ghouls on my left, ghouls on my right.
I am going to attempt to hit Okay, that is 19. I don't know if that it does hit.
Yeah.
Cool. So the ghoul manages to hit M, and it does 8 necrotic damage. M, you've taken 8 necrotic damage. And I think you're muted, maybe. I can hear you now. Hi.
There we go. Sorry. 8
okay.
necrotic damage. I am very... Ow.
Yes.
Ow.
Ow.
I don't like it.
I like it. It is the other ghoul's turn, the one in front of Greg.
On it at the beginning of its turn, it needs to make a con saving throw.
Yep. Okay. Dice. That one's my friend. 13 con save.
That passes.
Okay. Cool. Good. That one then is going to attempt to hit you, Greg.
Okay.
16 to hit.
Yes.
It's only 1d6 plus 2 if that helps. I just happened to roll a 6 for him. That is 4 necrotic damage.
4 necrotic damage. Okay. That's 1/3 of my symbiotic entity chopped off me. So he cuts away some of the fungus, and you see like Larry's little face peeking out from under the mushroom cap, and he's like, "Ah!"
Icky. Greg, it is actually your turn.
Yes, I agree. Well, I guess what I will do is I will attempt to hit him with my shillelagh.
Okay. I'm excited.
This is the first melee attack I'm making without advantage because Bri decided that he was going to try and fight a dome. I rolled a natural 20.
Oh, nice! Hits, yeah, obviously.
Yeah, and this is going to be particularly good. So first off, because it's shillelagh, it's a D8 instead of a D6, and because of the symbiotic entity, I also deal a D6 necrotic damage, and because of the way natural 20s work, I'm going to roll 2 of both of those die.
I'm so excited.
Hey, you need to go in the dice tray, buddy. There you go. That's better. 10, 17, 18 plus 4 is 22 damage to this ghoul.
The ghoul crumples and dies.
Larry!
Go on, Larry! Larry's taken out 2 of these.
Yep. He's a badass. Larry is a badass.
The shield in front of Resh flickers, but stays strong as the remaining ghoul's energy feeds into it. The next one up is Bri.
Okay. So the dome is still up around the Necromancer, yeah?
Yep.
Okay. Turn around. Not gonna try that again.
You took a lot of damage
Yeah,
off that.
fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, still shame on you, I think. But
Maybe.
3 times, that would be embarrassing.
And I'm gonna roll to hit the ghoul that is attacking M's character. Bada bing.
Bada bing. Roll to hit.
With advantage.
Yes.
Natural 20.
Natural 20. I mean, it hits.
Rolled my 2 dice in 1. Give me a second. So that is going to be 6 plus 8, so 14 plus 14. That's going to be 28 points of damage.
Yeah, the ghoul
Sorry,
crumples.
I apologise. 33 points of damage.
The ghoul crumples in front of you, and with a sigh, the soul leaves its body.
How's that death shield looking?
The shield around the necromancer flickers and vanishes.
I'm going to use the
The
rest of my
necromancer-
movement to go back.
Okay. The necromancer turns, angered, and faces you, taking notice of your presence at last as the storm swirls above him. So,
Really should have saved my action surge for this.
Maybe.
you just put yourself right in front of the necromancer, which was a weird choice, but alright. The necromancer turns to face you. And let me just write down his hit points. He's gonna attempt to hit you.
Cool.
Yeah. He's going to take 2 swings at you with bone-like claws extending from his fingertips. The first one is a 19 to hit. Richard?
19 definitely hits.
Okay. The second one, 23 to hit.
Yeah, hits.
Focus on what we're doing, not what you're reading.
No,
Alright.
I am.
Yeah.
I just don't want to admit it.
Bad.
Okay. I rolled a 6 and a 5 on the damage dice, so that's going to be 15 damage, necrotic damage.
Is that just from the first hit or both of them?
That's from both together.
Okay. 15.
Yeah. 15.
Now, Anya, I have to say this because it's the rules in our D&D, any D&D game we play. Oh no, actually, I'm looking messed up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd assume so. Right, it is now M's turn.
Okay. M is going to with batter. Sorry, it's moving a thing then. Going to cast Witch Bolt at 2nd level.
Smart move.
Let's give that a go.
You've got this, guys.
Oh, I'm gonna use my inspiration from earlier.
Good choice. Good choice, good choice.
Oh, that was a good move. 22 to hit.
It does hit him.
Cool.
I gotta know, what did you roll before?
It was a 6.
It would not have hit him.
No, and that is 12 damage with the Witch Bolt.
Okay. He takes the damage and looks mildly perturbed.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have anything else I can do, sadly.
Okay, top of the round, it is Greg's turn.
Excellent. I will walk up to the necromancer and smack him with my magic club.
You shillelagh.
Yeah.
That's the voice I did the first time, and you guys told me it was really rude, and I couldn't help it.
I don't have any recollection of that.
What, shillelagh?
I have no recollection
Yes,
of
you do.
telling Millie she was
I
rude.
have Irish heritage, it's fine.
You sound American now.
Me?
No, it's fine. I'm totally Irish.
I have an Irish heritage.
Your Irish heritage is a little bit more recent than most of.
Yeah, my granddad.
I rolled 2 13s. 17 is to hit roll.
It hits.
Fuck yeah! I love fighting spellcasters.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay, so that's going to be 1d8, 1d6. That
Thanks, Piggy.
is 12 damage.
12 damage. Is everyone doing 12 to this dude?
Yes.
Yeah, apparently.
Okay.
The new cool thing to do.
I'm not.
He takes the damage and is mildly upset.
And I would like to, as a bonus action, I would like to cast a 2nd level healing word on my Githyanki homie over there, generously blessing him with 6 hit points.
Honestly, probably much appreciated at this point.
Very much
You're
at this point.
Okay. It is now Bry's turn. Assuming you're done, Greg, sorry.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to try and hit him.
Seems sensible. That seems like where this is building to.
Natural 1. Oh, hang on. Advantage.
Do you have advantage for the flank?
I do. I have advantage for the flank.
Thank goodness for that.
9.
It doesn't hit.
9.
I rolled a natural 1 and a 2.
Unfortunately for you, it does not hit.
Awesome.
The Necromancer laughs in your face.
Yeah. Does it hit me?
Any bonus action or anything else?
I can't do anything.
The Necromancer says, "You fools really think you can kill me." And he is going to take...
Duh.
He looks confused by your nonchalance. Nonchalant?
This is what we do.
Also, this is one shot. We don't really mind if we die.
He's going
I've
to
already
swing...
outlived everyone in my family.
Aww. He's going to swing for Bry's character, for Resh. And he is going to roll a... That was cocked. There we go.
Go on, natural 20. Go on.
16
16
to hit. 16 hits. Okay.
I have a question about some damage I took earlier.
Okay.
I just noticed that I have defenses against necrotic damage.
You would really need to have said this at the time.
You get 4 hit points back, and we took 8.
4.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
Bry, you take 6 necrotic damage
Or from the first hit.
from the first hit.
Okay. Thanks for those
He-
hit points, Larry.
You're welcome.
He is
Larry!
in a flare of green energy. He's going to teleport directly
Oh, I
in
should have
front.
said at the beginning of his turn he needed to make a con saving
Oh,
throw.
con save. Yep, we can do that. That is a 11.
It doesn't save!
Oh, yay!
That is 4 necrotic damage to the Necromancer.
So
How
2.
do you like it, bitch?
Somehow, sometimes small amounts are harder to deduct. I don't
Yeah.
know why. I have weird
Yeah.
maths problems.
It's hard to do reverse maths in small amounts.
Reverse maths hard.
Yeah.
With a flare of green energy, the Necromancer will teleport in front of Bada Bing and take a swipe at them.
Okay.
That is a 19 to hit.
Yep, that hits me.
Okay. That is 8 necrotic damage.
Okay, so
But you
4.
have resistance, so 4.
Yeah.
Correct.
So take away the 4 that I just gave myself back.
Sorry.
It's all right.
None of this for you.
I'm on half health for anyone interested.
You'll be fine. Okay.
I'm very interested.
As a... Yeah. As one of his fancy actions, he is going to shoot 2 ethereal bolts towards Resh and towards Larry.
No, not Larry!
Sorry. One is 15 to hit against Rash.
Just misses.
Fantastic. And one is 19 against Larry.
I mean, obviously that hits Larry.
Yeah, but you'll be pleased to know the force bolts aren't quite as nasty. Those are 4 damage. 4
Oh, no.
force damage.
I've only got 4 hit points of mushroom left.
Oh no.
Yep.
Okay, it is now Greg's turn.
Okay. I'm gonna run up behind the Necromancer and I'm going to strike him with my shillelagh with advantage again.
Okay.
Shillelagh, you got me on my knees, shillelagh. 20.
I
Dirty
mean-
20, not a natural.
Yes, it hits.
Uh,
Is that with advantage? Yeah.
That is with
Yeah.
advantage, yeah.
You
Should
have
it not?
pack tactics anyway. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's fine.
yeah. Okay, well, you need to go in the dice tray, please. That is 7 plus 4 is 11 damage,
Nice.
of which 2 was necrotic, if that matters.
It would. That makes it 10 damage.
Boo! And I'm going to use another second level healing word. Or no, sorry, just a first level healing word for. I've only got 2 second level spell slots, so I don't want to be too reckless with them. So that will be. Oh yeah, I rolled a 4. That will be 6 hit points back to Bada Bing.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bada Bing
You're
receives 6 hit points. Is that the end of your turn?
Well, yeah, I mean, apart from I also go, Larry!
Okay, it is now.
That is also, the healing word was also Larry.
Okay.
I missed M's turn, I think. Because M should
I
have come
just
directly.
needed to deal more damage with the Witch Bolt if you want to just do that.
Yeah, do it. You should have come after the Necromancer. My apologies. Go on.
That's alright. Right, so it was. Sorry, just waiting for it to go on the right page. Oh, nice. That is 12.
Okay. 7. Yeah. He's looking hurt.
Oh, this is what we like.
Hurt.
I'm not going by your definitions.
Okay.
He's injured. He looks unhappy.
All right. I was just thinking then 50%. Okay.
Bri, it's your turn.
Cool. So I'm gonna
So
run
you should have
in
been in before Greg.
and try and hit him.
Yeah, do it.
Okay. And with advantage. Jesus.
What?
13?
Does not hit.
With advantage?
Mm-hmm.
Larry just shakes his head in disappointment at you.
I rolled a 3 and a 6.
Oh,
Disappointed.
disappointed.
These horrible rolls brought to you by Blink Dog Dice.
No!
No. Bro's rolling them wrong. It's got nothing to do with Blink Dog.
This
Yeah.
fun and entertaining campaign brought to you by Blink Dog Dice.
That is correct.
That is correct. Is that the end of your turn, Nuff?
It absolutely is. I've got nothing else.
It is the Necromancer's turn. The Necromancer turns.
11, 10.
Well, you did have a turn. It's just I put you in the wrong order. You should have been straight after Necromancer.
I said I don't like him having a turn.
Oh,
Yeah, what if he skipped? What if he just had a break? Maybe
He doesn't feel
he
like
needs
it.
to catch his breath. Maybe
He's
he's not
hurt.
feeling. Maybe he's not too healthy.
He's hurt. He's obviously a bit tired.
He turns to face Larry.
Why?
A look of cold anger in his eyes because you've done the most damage.
Not Larry. Oh, by the way, he should make a con save.
Con save. 13.
He passes.
He turns to Larry and says, "You have proven most troublesome to my endeavour. I will personally make sure your souls will go to grape juice when I rip them free of your cold, lifeless corpse."
Maybe I could be better service to you in life.
He's
Larry.
going to
Larry,
try and hit you twice.
what are you doing, Larry?
I'm trying.
Why, Larry? Why?
I'm choosing the winning team.
Uh, his attempt to hit you is 18 to hit.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Okay, first hit does 5 damage.
Oh, I'm no longer a symbiotic entity.
No.
And he took one of my real hit points.
I apologise. His second to hit is 22 to hit.
That one actually doesn't hit.
Funny. And that one is going to be 8 damage, necrotic damage.
Not Larry.
It is now M's turn, because I haven't forgotten you this time.
Gonna roll my Witch Bolt again. Let me just get on D&D Beyond, because that's the dice I've been using, because buying a curse today.
They might be. My notes are so scruffy. It's just gibberish.
I don't think any DM has
What is
like
6?
organised notes.
How much damage, Em?
6.
6 damage? Okay.
Mhm.
He takes it and looks offended.
Good.
Good,
Okay.
good.
The rest of your turn?
Hmm?
The rest of
The
your
rest of
turn?
my turn.
Yeah, it's your
I
turn.
can't do any other actiony things because that's my action. Anything I can really do is move. If I move out of thing, then he can attack me.
You certainly might do. I
Hmm?
was going to say, you certainly might do.
So his prize go.
No, before Greg's turn, the Necromancer is going to teleport to the top of the furthest right-hand pillar.
Seems like a move
The
someone
top
with
of the
low
right-hand
hit points
pillar, yeah.
would do.
Yes. That's the furthest right-hand pillar. The other pillar, the further back.
Furthest right.
There we go.
There we go.
This is why I usually run
Is
things.
that
because it doesn't
within
keep
90
construction
feet?
well.
It's what?
Yes, it is.
Is that
within-
within 90 feet?
Yeah, each square's 5 feet.
Okay,
yeah.
so he is still thinged with Witch Bolt? Question mark?
Yes. Yep.
Cool.
No reason why not. Does he get any save against that once it's in place, or is it just permanent?
No.
Which what's permanent?
Pretty sure he does not. But I'll double check.
I could look this up, but you're here, so.
I'm pretty sure. No, once Witch Bolt is hit, it's on
Okay.
until
That's fine.
line of sight is broken, or you use your action to do anything else other than use Witch Bolt.
Would
Fine.
teleportation count as
It
line
would
of
break
sight
line of
being
sight.
broken?
He would be vanishing
Yeah.
and
So that would
reappearing.
mean it drops.
That I believe would be the DM's ruling. Because teleportation, he is moving through a space, so I suppose a spell could follow him in the metaphysical world of D&D. It's entirely up to you, Mil. DM call.
Well, let's see. Roll an Arcana check for your character.
Arcana check. Yeah.
You leave it down to the character to decide if they can follow it or not.
Go on,
Come on, Arcana. We have a 12.
You lose sight of him, the spell drops.
Oh, yeah.
No.
Got more than my save DC.
That's true. That's true. You did. You did. But he is a powerful necromancer.
Yes,
So-
that's fair. Who's a fair
Right.
ruling, I accept.
Thank you. The next person up then is Greg. What are you going to do in your now sporeless form? Well, slightly
still
less
have-
spory
I
form.
still have spores. I'm just not like a big entity of them.
You're less
Uh,
spory.
I am going to cast.
Come on, Larry.
I'm going to run up to the pillar and cast Thunderwave again.
Okay.
It's worked 3 times. I don't see any reason not to do it. Sorry, it's worked twice. I don't see any reason not to try it a 3rd time.
Let's see how he does with his dex save. Well, he got a 19 on his dex save, so he does fall off, but he lands neatly on his feet and does not appear to take damage from the fall.
Okie dokie.
But he is in front of you now, which is good.
Yeah, no, it is in a way, isn't it?
He still looks pissed.
Yeah, I can imagine. Larry may be in a bit of trouble here, guys.
Oh no. Not Larry.
Not little Larry.
Larry,
I
no!
agree.
No, Larry!
Okay, yes. Bonus action? No, I don't have any. Desperately searching my bonus action for the one that says disengage or
That would be a rogue.
win.
Win.
No, that's the end of my go, I am afraid.
Oh.
Unless you would let me say that I moved back away before he fell. But that's a bit cheeky, and B, I'm not exactly going to get far anyway.
You can make a dexterity saving throw if you want to.
I will do that.
Save, Mushroom Boy!
11.
Yeah, you can move 5 feet to the side if you want to.
Yeah, I'll
Dodge
try
out
and
the
move
way.
5 feet to the left, so that the pillar is partly between us at least.
Okay. Bri, it is your turn.
Okay. Give me a second.
Oh, Resh, I should say.
I
promise I would bother learning their names if it was more than a one shot.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I am going to attempt once more to hit him.
Go for it.
Come on, Blink Dog. Natural 20.
Wait.
Well, you do in fact hit him.
Cool.
No, you miss.
I'm going to use... there we go. Psionic dice as well to add on the Psionic Strike. So, 2d6 plus 1d8 slashing. Okay. Plus 1d6 force. Nice. Okay, so 10, 18, 28, 38, 44 points of damage.
Yeah, he's fine.
11 of that is force damage.
Damn.
Yeah, we.
The Necromancer lets out an unearthly shriek. As he does, every minion still filling the caldera bursts into dust and fades. A dark black mass bursts from Zelva's chest and shoots off into the sky. His body burns with unholy fire from the inside, and eventually, devoid of any life force, crumples to the ground. The trapped souls inside his army break free and go towards the sky. You have defeated Zelva the Necromancer. A successful campaign all round with no loss of life. You make your way back down through the cavern, stopping in the soul room to break the jars and release all of the souls to the sky. When you make your way back to the village, you find many people were killed by the storm. What do you do?
Did we know any of them?
Bada bing.
Oh wait, no, we have a scroll for this.
I believe we have scroll for bringing back people from storm death.
But wouldn't it make them zombies?
No, I think it just brings them back. He was bringing them back to torture them.
I'm gonna double check that scroll. Or diary, whichever entry it was.
It was the first scroll we found.
Yeah. Millie?
So the words you need to say are...
Will they be zombies, or will they be just as regular old selves again?
Beings killed by the storm were brought back into the material realm. Sometimes I find I kill too many people with these storms. Thankfully, I found a way to bring the peasants back to the mortal realm with the words Corin Tuit Mentoas to allow me to personally torture and use them as I see fit for my experiments. You don't know.
I don't know.
Doesn't sound like they come back. There wouldn't be any point torturing zombies, would there? So I'm guessing that's not what it does.
What do you think?
I think we try it on one of them, and if they come back as a zombie, we kill the zombie, and then just,
I don't think it works
leave.
that way. I think
It
it
is
might
a
just bring
one-use
everyone
spell.
back. Yeah.
Correct. That is your inference.
I am pretty sure that he wouldn't be torturing zombies. He'd just use them as as servants.
Okay.
None of the shambly skeleton bastards had any kind of signs of torture on them that I saw.
Resh?
I believe it could not hurt. Well, emotionally, if they come back as shambling corpses, possibly very painful for their relatives, but try it.
And once again, undeath is just a part of life.
Exactly. He has convinced me. Larry talks sense. Even though he did
Larry
try
is
in the
very
minority
persuasive.
here on that, I guess.
Larry did
And then,
try and
I'm
join the
gonna
Necromancer.
Do the enchantment.
I
Incantation?
would have betrayed him
Incantation.
afterwards.
That's the one I was looking for.
Larry, we need to talk about your loyalties.
I was going to betray him.
Had it been sepsis, this would not be true.
No.
It was-
Larry is a kobold.
I am not. No, I am not unhappy with you, Larry. You would do well in the Githyanki fighting pits.
Larry would not.
It was very Gith of you.
Yeah, but I don't think that I'm really a very formidable fighter.
You did incredibly well against Ghoul. Ghoul, plural.
Thank you, Strahd.
Anna's just going to loudly say the incantation just to, like, interrupt these two.
When you first returned to Honeywell, you were met with people lying dead in the street with their eyes burnt out. After reading the incantation, it's as though none of that had happened, and the streets are bustling once more with the few villagers that actually live there. And you are greeted happily as returning heroes. You do notice, though, that on the wall surrounding one side of the village, there are 6-foot-high words, reading, "You have taken from me a trusted vassal. I am the underling, and I will have my revenge." The end.
Yeah. Hey.
Hey!
You saved everyone and didn't die. Good job.
But did we get honey beer?
Yeah.
And you got lots of honey beer from the innkeeper,
And
who was
100
delighted with your return.
And 100 gold. I'm pretty sure I
And 100
negotiated
gold.
100 gold.
Between us. Yeah.
Thomas, unfortunately, has vanished.
Oh.
33.3333 gold.
You get your 100 gold.
Hopefully there was some
Fair.
honey kombucha as well.
They didn't specify that, but I'm sure you could give a go at making it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna open one of the casks of honey beer that we get and like let it go sour.
Everyone looks at you like you're nuts, because it's delicious. And they're like, alright,
It will be.
alright. Good job, guys!
Yay! Good job, Millie.
Yeah.
Is it okay?
Yes, thank you very
Yeah.
much, Millie.
It was very good. And happy birthday, Bri.
Happy birthday,
Yes.
Bri.
Thank you.
And you can do the outro, because I know how happy it makes you. And I wasn't bad on timing. Come on, that was
No,
pretty
it's
good.
fine.
Yeah,
You
that was
can,
pretty
you
good
can,
on
you can do the
timing.
outro.
I don't know the outro. I don't listen at the outro. By that point, I'm usually zoned out like,
No.
Thanks for watching. Peace out.
Well, first of all, obviously, thank you very much, Millie, for planning this, for doing this for me, because obviously I don't get to play very much.
Oh, whinge, bitch.
No. You think I'm whinging? I don't get to play too much because, as you've alluded to in the conversations on and off stream, I like DMing. Is the
that's not
nicest-
how we worded it.
No, you said.
No, we said you were a control freak.
You said I was a
Yeah.
control freak.
Because you're a control freak.
I like DMing. I very much like DMing you guys because I like telling the story and seeing you guys have fun. It's nothing to do with control. I like doing that bit. I like putting smiles on your faces with the tails stretched. Oh, thank you. I will. But yes, thank you very much for running this for me. It is always fun to play. I was getting kind of jealous actually doing our Ice Spire campaign with like Greg and Stu and Nikki. I was getting kind of jealous of them because unlike our campaigns, which are a little bit more roleplay and involved and very RP heavy, which you know I do because I know you guys love it and I do too. The Ice Spire campaign is good, old-fashioned.
It's some D&D ass D&D we're
It is
playing over there.
very D&D ass D&D. You go to a place, you get given a quest, you go to another place and you fight some shit. It's great. but I was getting very jealous, and it's been an incredible amount of fun to actually get to play that. Go into dungeon, kill some stuff. Yeah. So thank you very much, Stalin. It was a wonderful birthday present. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
On
I'm glad
top
you enjoyed
of
it.
the amazingly wonderful, like, massive pile of meat in that restaurant.
I know my boyfriend.
Oh, so good.
Where did you go?
We went to Hangfire in Barry.
Not a sponsor.
Oh
but
my
Hangfire
god,
in Barry.
Hangfire is so good.
Have you
Yeah.
been?
Yeah, no, I've been wanting to. So we went when we came back from our honeymoon. We came back on a Wednesday and we went to Hangfire on the Friday because I wanted to. Like when you go on holiday, it's really sad and you get really depressed as soon as you come back.
Yeah.
I anticipated that and I wanted us to have something to look forward to when we got back from our honeymoon. It worked fantastically. Aren't they the most like the two ladies who run it? Aren't they the most
They're
like
so
lovely people in the world?
Yeah.
Amazing.
All of the
Yeah.
staff there were just really like happy. And
I wanna
just,
say-
"Hey, how's it going?
smiling.
Sit down."
I want to say Sam and Shauna, the owners. They're really great.
Everyone was just absolutely lovely when we were there. The food was outstanding. I did forget to tell them.
How
that I
long
could
ago
be
did you
gluten-
book it?
Only a month, because I messaged them and said, look, my boyfriend has wanted to go to this place for ages. Is there any way you can squeeze 2 people in during this week? At any point, I will come at whatever time.
Yeah.
And they managed to book us in for 5 o'clock for 2 people, as
Nice.
long as we didn't take more than 2 hours, which I thought was
Yeah,
reasonable.
like- We've been trying to go like most of last year. Like I originally booked it for my birthday, and then it was closed because of restrictions, and then I rebooked it for our anniversary, and it was closed because of restrictions.
Well,
We booked it in April.
I booked
And then I
it
booked
for
one close to Christmas, and it was
Yeah.
closed because of restrictions. So,
Well, I
yeah.
originally booked it for Millie's birthday because obviously it was after Cher's
Yeah.
Day, so I knew we could proper splash out and have like a full 3-course kind of meal
Yeah,
out of it. But obviously that was in March 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but no. If I want to go back, and I think I will just have the brisket and burnt ends this time because that was.
Oh, yeah.
I'd never
That's
had brisket up until that point. God, the meat just melted.
It does.
It was. So
I used a
good.
fork to separate beef. It was amazing. I cannot recommend them enough. Not a sponsor, but my God,
But,
Hangfire.
yeah,
They have a couple of other places, I think, but they're amazing.
it was fantastic. So yes, thank you very much. It's been a wonderful birthday. Turning 37 was much better than I thought it would be.
Good.
But yeah, thank you guys very much for watching. If you haven't
meat.
already, I highly recommend popping over to Heavyweight RPG. Heavyweighter PG.
Heavyweighter PG.
It's Heavyweight RPG. And if you can handle it and you've got a spare 12 hours, or if you just fancy it and do it in small breaks, check out the 24-hour charity live stream they did. There was so much awesome roleplay in that. All of the Short Rest Tavern lot got properly stuck into it. Very much enjoyed.
Mostly stayed awake.
I've got to go back and watch like the middle 7 hours because
We were asleep like normal people.
yeah, like AD said, even the bits I saw, it was crazy. But 2 combats in 24 hours. Well, yeah, but the Short Rest Tavern, if you haven't checked them out already, please do so. They've got some awesome VODs on their Twitch channel as well. They're a very, very like RP kind of heavy group, and like ourselves with Chronicles of Needham as well. But they're a lot of fun. So please go check them out. But please go check out the 24-hour one shot they did. Also, if you can and haven't already, you've got until the 31st to add on to the donations for the charity that live stream was for. The link will be, because I haven't made AD a mod, the link is going to be in the chat. Now, I believe at last count, AD, you can correct me in chat if you want to, by the end of the stream, it was £1,100 in donations. So please, by the 31st, see if we can lump a little bit more on that.
Well done.
Which takes it up to, I believe, around $5,000 in total raised by Heavyweight Gaming and Heavyweight RPG for charity in total since the beginning. $5,000, I believe, AD.
Which is amazing, AD. You've done an incredible job, and we're super proud.
Yeah, it's so impressive.
Yeah. Nearly 10k in bits as
Oh.
well.
Only 10k in
awesome,
bits
yeah.
as well, bro. And yeah, over 10, over
so
5k raised by heavyweight. So yeah, I cannot wait to see what you've got planned
Well done.
for next year.
Don't make us
I have
do
a
a
lot of
24-hour live stream. We'll just die.
I do it.
I'm
I do
there.
it.
I'm up for it.
I would do
Done
it.
I've done a 20-hour live stream in the past and I didn't die.
Yeah.
It's been a while since we've done it. We'd do it if you wanted us to.
Plus now our hopefully future sponsors Sneak Energy has been I've been sold on it by Biggie, so I probably never need to sleep
Can you
again.
imagine a 24-hour live stream sponsored by Sneak Energy? That would be quite good.
I'm there. Let's contact them.
That is, I don't think that's something you have to imagine. They sponsor a lot of streamers already.
Let's contact them. Let's get in.
You're right.
Imagine.
Very, very lightly raining outside, and I got very excited. Then I'm sorry.
That's fine. But yes, it is now bedtime. However, again, as always, thanks to those who have watched. Thanks to those who will watch. Take care. Oh, before I do this, at some point, maybe this week, we might be doing I Spire episode 6, 7, maybe.
Something like.
Me and
One of
Greg,
those.
me and Greg are available. We're just waiting on Nikki and Stu. But yes, at some point this week we might be doing heavy. We might be doing
Heavy.
I Spire. And next week, weather permitting, by which we mean if the
it's
sun
not
doesn't
gonna
try
be-
and kill us anymore.
Sorry, bro. It's not going to be tomorrow for me. I'm out tomorrow evening. So
That's cool.
That's fine. At some point this week, possibly.
I was going to
if you
suggest Wednesday anyway.
yeah, that's good.
But weather permitting, if the sun doesn't try and kill everyone again, join us on Sunday for the Chronicles of Needham, episode 72, I want to say, where we finally work out where
What happens?
Quill is going to take his family after we just kidnapped them. But
Yeah.
yes,
Yep.
as always,
But I will find out at the same time everyone else does.
as always, please take care, stay safe, wear a mask, don't go outside unless you have to, get vaccinated if you can, and if you haven't already, can't wait to see some of you guys in person soon. Biggie, I am always up for you coming down and staying with us so we can take you to Hangfire.
We have to book like 6 months in advance.
Yeah,
so just
yeah.
saying.
Well,
We can
I
arrange
just
that.
booked. So I actually just booked a table, rebooked.
Nice.
And the soonest I could get like an evening reservation is the 29th of September.
They are that busy and they
They're
are that
always
good.
that busy, and it's not like a tiny little like hole in the wall restaurant. I've ordered like 4 tables.
Big.
It's like a full size. They've probably got as many tables as like any decent Weatherspoons or whatever, and it's
It's
yeah.
just mental. They're that good. Recommended. There you go.
crazy.
The length
Yeah.
of this outro is not my fault, as you can see. We love you guys, and we will see you next time.
See you next time. Hope
Good
everyone
night,
had fun.
everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Good night, guys.